The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339.
It's not a puffy vest.
I was doing my Back to the Future.
Oh, the McFly. Yeah, in Calvin Klein. His name's Calvin. It's on his undies. Hey, it's Thursday. I'm playing golf today for the first time in God knows how long.
The game of golf.
Thank you. Also seeing him after the show, too. Actually, so are you.
Yeah.
And no offense to Scott Marsh, but I believe it will be an incredibly fruitless meeting. But
Fruitless?
What? Yeah. Anytime you get
I don't think he called it.
No, you don't think so?
I'm not
sure.
sure.
That's actually probably accurate. Anytime you get a meeting invite, you get a little notification for your calendar, and it's a brainstorming session.
Yeah.
99% of the time, it's just everyone's making jokes, and I'm probably one of them. And
yeah, I know this is all inside stuff, but you and I haven't talked about this meeting. When I first heard about what was potential, I was like at a 10.
Yeah.
And then now
and then you heard the
like
catch.
the other little things, and I'm like, oh.
So we're really, really inside here. But I'm
like at a 2 now.
I think the reason for the brainstorm is that I can't be a part of this thing.
Right. But you can help, I guess.
So what my whole idea was, Jason can be a part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't.
Right.
So let's make that work.
Right.
And I think that's what we're brainstorming on.
Okay.
Yeah. But you kind of sometimes you got to hold hands on that.
Hey, you may have to go golf.
Yeah, I got about 15 minutes for brainstorming.
Good.
And then I'm gonna go golf.
Brainstorm. Yes. The word
that's
you're reading is
that's the tweet.
What's
sounds.
the other word?
Green arrow or something. Green. It's brainstorm or green Furby. Something.
Sure, that's it.
Green needle.
Green needle. That
brainstorm.
One. That gets me every time.
So let's have a green needle.
Have you seen the one with the
green storm?
The English fans chanting.
Oh, where it's like pirate ship or
Bart Simpson.
That one.
Really?
Oh my God. Let me.
So you can't tell the difference.
That's
is it like if you look
like it's one of the things where if you follow along, they're saying the same thing.
Yes.
But it's completely, you hear completely different things.
How would you even? Oh, here we go. This isn't going to work for anyone. So, of course, we're going to do this on the radio. Let me see. Let me pause this, Jason. I'm just going to show you. I feel like you've seen this.
Maybe
show.
I have.
I think you have.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
It's not registering like green needle and brainstorm.
Of course, everyone is going to think. Everyone's going to hear the same thing because it's on the radio. So here are your choices as to what they're saying. Bart Simpson bouncing, rotating pirate ship, That isn't my receipt.
They're also different.
Lobsters in Motion. These are all 80s bands, by the way. That is embarrassing.
They opened up for the Smiths. Right?
It's depressing.
This is the best one. Lactates in Pharmacy. I'm Chasing Martian. Baptism Piracy. That Isn't Mercy. Here's what I'm going to try to do. Let me see if this works. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to give you the phrase they're saying, okay? So let's start with Lobsters in Motion. They're going to chant Lobsters in Motion.
Lobsters in motion. Lobsters in motion. Lobsters in motion.
Lobsters in Motion.
See, here's the thing. Without looking at it,
Yeah?
I know exactly what they're saying before I did it.
Yeah, I hear I know you did like a pharmacy and something a C. I hear that more than motion. I don't hear motion.
Can you hear Rotating Pirate Ship? Rotating Pirate Ship.
Lobsters in motion.
Rotating Pirate Ship. Rotating Pirate Ship.
Lobsters in motion.
A little.
Bart Simpson bouncing. Let's concentrate on Bart Simpson bouncing. Bart Simpson bouncing.
Lobsters in motion. Lobsters in motion.
Bart Simpson bouncing. Bart
I
Simpson
think what's
bouncing.
weird, I think you really need to see the words to make
Yeah,
it work, which is weird.
Let's try
It's
that.
the last word that's not.
That's getting you.
Mhm.
Try. Let's go to the second from the top. Rotating Pirate Ship. Just watch that. Keep your eye on that one.
Lobsters in motion. Lobsters in motion.
Right?
It's different when you read it.
Okay. Now that isn't my receipt. Look at that one.
Lobsters in motion.
That got me, actually. That actually got me too. Oh, the brain is weird. The brain's strange.
Maybe we can utilize that for our brainstorm.
Green.
What about a green needle?
Green storm. Brain needle. Anyway.
Green pirate ship.
That,
Laurel.
what was the one? Lactating Pharmacy? That should be
See,
the
I hear
title of
pharmacy,
today's show.
yeah.
All right, a couple updates.
Good. I'm waiting on one.
All right. So we'll start with the one everyone's after, which is the great trumpet caper. So the analogy I used to describe what was going on in my brain yesterday. By the way, if you missed yesterday's show, I'm picking now that Melissa's teaching, I'm picking the kids up a lot from school, and a lot more than usual. And they put all their stuff in the they put their stuff in the trunk. But in this case, Avery kept her backpack, sat in the car, and then she put her trumpet in the trunk. We get home, of course, Avery forgets it. And so I get a call around 8 a.m. yesterday. I thought something was wrong. She never calls me during the show. And she said, Daddy, I forgot my trumpet. Is there any way you can bring it? And I said, nope, you've done this before. You got to learn a lesson. That's it. Sorry. And she, to her credit, was like, I understand. I hate it, but I understand. I get it. I'll deal with it. Love you. That's what she said. That I got to stress played a very important role in how the rest of the day went. So the analogy I used was, if you remember the classic movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when Ferris wanted Cameron, who was very sick, to come out and have a day off with him and go have fun, there was a point where Cameron was in his car deciding whether or not to go. And the whole, I'll go. He starts the car. So that was what was going on in my brain. I'm not going. She's really a good kid. She gets good grades. She's a sweetheart. I'm just too hard on her. No, if you're not too hard on her, this will happen later in life, and she's not going to learn her lesson. So I had made up my mind to not take her the trumpet on the show, and after the show, I get in the car, and I go to get on the freeway. And I put her school into the search bar. But then what I did is I knew that her teacher, she's had the same band teacher all 4 years. They're very close. So I got to the school and I spoke to him, and here's what happened. So her band and then her post-school band practice comes at the end of the day. So the deal was I dropped off the trumpet. I caved. I dropped off the trumpet. Yeah, Chris is clapping because, communism or whatever. And, but the deal I made with the teacher was that she was going to do a big giant thing. Now, again, remember, Avery's the band leader. She's the senior. This is her big year. She's been working for this. She's in charge of the band. She's the student leader of the band. So Avery walked into her band class yesterday thinking she didn't have her trumpet and having suffered all day thinking she didn't have her trumpet. And then the teacher proceeded to give a whole speech at the beginning of the class in front of everybody about responsibility and everybody's response, young adults and blah, 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 blah. And basically the
If I was her at that moment,
Yeah.
I would be livid.
Well, it's funny how that turned out because basically the teacher was very successful, according to Avery, in completely embarrassing her in front of the entire class in like a kind way.
Like it would be one of those, okay, I don't have my trumpet and now I'm getting
That's
lesson
kind
two.
of where it was. And then after Avery was just on the verge of complete embarrassment, oh, guess what? And by the way, I made her promise to use the term daddy, not dad, in front of the whole class. Your daddy brought your trumpet again. And there was a whole presentation. Apparently everybody kind of clapped like in a jeering way. Avery was bright red. And then we had and by the way, first thing she said when she got in the car was thank you. Then she went into how embarrassed she got. And then we had a nice talk on the way home about how, hey, look, just to be clear, this is the last time. Like, this is it. You just got bailed out for the last time on this. I swear to God, it ain't happening again. Did I cave? I did. She's a good kid. Everyone makes mistakes.
That's why pencils have erasers.
Yeah, I just don't want to use. But she's the eraser's broken off now. There's no whiteout either, and she's writing in permanent ink. So that's that. So
the teacher said daddy?
Yes.
And not Carmichael Cave?
No, we kind of have an agreement on that one. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, though, Carmichael Cave. Yeah, I struggled with that, but because generally I'm the hard one.
Yeah.
I'm the one who is overly strict.
It was Sean Cunningham. Got you.
That bastard.
I don't know if you've seen the recent TikTok trend of girlfriends calling their boyfriend daddy in front of their dad asking for something.
Yeah.
Maybe want to ease up on it.
I really don't like that TikTok trend, by the way. If some dude ever calls, that ain't gonna work. Oh God, sorry. I went into a thing there about thinking about that. The other update is day 2. So if you recall, day 1, I worked out and I made it a third of the way through. Well, I think I found the problem because I went back into that workout again. And what had happened is I tried way too hard in the strength assessment. Like I pushed it way too hard. So what was going on is the weights were just too heavy. It was I'm just not there yet. So I cut about 25% off the weights and it was manageable. And I switched the workout program to more of, because my legs were killing me, to kind of I went from like expert to I also didn't realize I was on like some expert level either. I went to beginner. And the weird thing is that the leg pain started to go away through the leg pain. I was having trouble with like stairs, dude. The leg pain went away like halfway into the stretching. They have you stretch and do that kind of stuff first. I made it through the like 40-minute workout. And then I did 20 minutes on the bike, which I was super proud of. And like, I was like super, like, I had this like adrenaline going through me. Like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. I made it. Like, rah, I'm like shadow boxing. Like, I'm the man. And then 20 minutes later, I went to go take a shower, and oh boy, with that stairs is like climbing Everest, dude. It was rough acting to act, and it was just me and the kids. Melissa had a work thing, and another example of healthy eating but fun eating is took some chicken thighs, diced them up, some carrot shavings, some a little tiny bit of ginger, some garlic, onions. I don't know, a couple other things, some spices, some a little bit of soy sauce, low sodium, and mix it all together. And then at Sam's Club last week, I got this thing for like $5. It's like 3 heads of butter lettuce. And so I cut the bottom off the butter lettuce and peeled it all out and put it in a big pile. And we had lettuce cups.
Nice.
Kid, we all sat around the table. And let me tell you something about lettuce cups. They're actually really underrated.
They're very good.
It really is. What did somebody call it? Like an Asian taco? Their version, but instead of tortilla, it's
So lettuce is a taco.
That's everything you hold in your hand is a taco nowadays.
Apparently, it's been adopted everywhere. Yeah, because like a pita's not a taco. I hear you on that. Look at Chris, like standing up. He's like, no. It was good. It was good. It was easy. It was tasty. It was yummy. So,
leftovers?
Yes, plenty. I purposely made leftovers for snackies, which I feel bad because Avery now also, because Avery is, again, she eats like me. I find her getting into all the stuff that I've prepped, and I'm like, don't. That's mine. And then I go, well, what, your kid's trying to eat healthy food. What are you doing, stupid? So we kind of let the thing off of that. So
stop eating that or I'll throw your trumpet out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Try not ever having your trumpet ever again. Oh, lastly, I know we got a break. My wife was at her work function last night. Somebody may be getting a white 8-month-old French bulldog puppy here very soon. This dog sucks, and it's in full demon mode. Came home yesterday, chewed another pair of shoes, went upstairs, somehow opened the door and got a pair of Avery's shoes. Not Avery's fault, actually, in this case. And then last night, the evening, I let her out. I'm on the phone, do my thing. All of a sudden, I hear this digging sound. She comes over. She's a pure white doggy. I brought her in here before. Her whole bottom half is muddy. She did this last week, too. She's found a puddle somewhere. We don't know where. I have to go look today. And she just loves to get into it. Then the sprinklers come on, and she's like, I'm a dog. So I texted my wife. I'm like, Gracie's an outside dog now, unless you want to get home at 10 o'clock tonight and bathe her. And then Melissa texted me, well, thanks a lot for nothing. And then now we kind of got into it about that because I'm not washing the dog again. It's bedtime. Set the screen. Screw the dog. Screw that dog. This dog sucks. This is a bad decision by me to get this. I do love her. She's cute. But this dog sucks.
Cesar Milan said there are no bad dogs, just bad owners.
Cesar Milan didn't have Gracie, dude. Trust me. We'll take a break when we come back. Leading off, losers in baseball, we have a record tire, if you will, in Denver, and a big retirement. One of my favorite guys, maybe yours too. It's Dave, it's Jason, it's Chris. We're right back after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
The Sox an out away from picking up a win. Center field Robert is there. And the Sox snap a 4-game skid with a 4-run night.
And back-to-back wins for the Rays here at the Coliseum as they throw a 5-hitter tonight. And Jose Siri, once again, a game-winning homer in the 7th inning.
Hey, Siri, hit a home run. Okay.
Siri was always listening.
My Siri popped up. 4-2. The A's averaging 1 run over the last 2 games.
Good.
Good for them. Right? You got to run. Yay.
They tried hard, though.
They tried hard. They tried their best, and I think they might have had fun. I'm not sure. Giants had a day game versus the White Sox. They lost 6-2. The A's lost as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about the A's today. I had somebody who I relatively trust, our friends at Last Dive Bar, the Oakland A's outfit. Well, how do I describe them? The group of fans they refer to Oakland Coliseum as Last Dive Bar.
I'd call them a non-profit.
Sure, absolutely. Good people. Anyways, they had tweeted this, but then somebody randomly sent me some stuff that's allegedly, see, this is where I'm a little nervous about this. I want to be responsible, but allegedly this is some of the premium pricing being offered out early for the Sacramento A's of Oakland thing next year. And I asked them where did you get this? Because I certainly don't want to share it if it's not true. And they said they confirmed the details on this through the premium ticket representative. So if it's wrong, blame them. But a little bit later, we'll talk about this, because if these numbers are right, boy, start saving. Also, and Chris brought this up on the group chat yesterday to talk about, but there's some numbers out for the Clippers home opener.
Yes.
Chris, you said we should talk about this. Well, and I want to know why you not that you need a reason, but what was your thinking when you saw that?
My thinking is we are seeing ticket prices exploding. And I actually think I was talking about this with Jose. Just like when I was a kid, I would go to like one Kings game a year. My parents would take it, would be in the upper deck. My guess, they were probably like $10 to $15 a ticket. That's what.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
That's what my guess is. It's one of those things, just like, oh yeah, you take your kid to the game, you get them interested in the game. Now looking at the prices, like $500, $600 for the Clippers.
Yep.
Are you taking a 7, 8-year-old?
Well, if you're rich like Jason, but for the rest of us, yeah, I'm very into this conversation because I like it. I like it all. I like the Clippers are doing this. I like the ticket. I like the tickets are skyrocketing. I do for a reason, because it's about time. This is going to be a fun conversation, because I'm sure there's going to be some people saying, put a cap on it.
No cap.
This, that, whatever. No. This is mine and Chris's favorite thing, which is a free market society. It's capitalism. The market sets the tickets. And I have long advocated for fans having a seat at the table, which they really don't. They don't have an organized seat at the table. But the only people to blame for high ticket prices, and I'm sure Chris is going to agree with me on this, are the people going to the games. They're the fans. Because you do have a seat at the table. You have the ability to lower prices. Maybe not immediately, maybe not right away. It's very, very simple.
This might surprise you. I do agree with you.
Is that so? Interesting. I actually thought you would be dead opposite. I missed that one. Circle gets the X. Not the square. If the Clippers open their season, or the Sacramento A's, if these prices are right, open their season, and there's 14 people there, they'll lower their prices. I promise you they'll lower their prices. And you know what else? If they open their seasons and these tickets are either sold out or close to it, they'll either keep them the same or raise them. Now, whose fault is that? Now, you could make the argument, hey, Steve Ballmer, you're a billionaire and you should be doing more. I get it. This is what happens when you privately fund stadiums. They got to make their money. They want to make their money back. I understand Steve Ballmer could privately fund the stadium and it really wouldn't put a nick in his wallet. I get it. I understand it, but that's not how it works. Each business is separate. They want to operate at a profit loss, and at worst, he probably wants to break even.
Do you have a list of examples where this worked?
Where this worked, where fans didn't go, and no, because that generally doesn't happen. And when it does happen, it's I guess you could technically say maybe it worked a little bit in Chicago for the White Sox.
Yeah, but it might. But I know if they won 40 more games.
Yeah. And we talked, didn't we? Wasn't it yesterday? We talked about a dynamic ticket price based on wins, which would be wonderful. Personally, honestly, I look, if you want to go to a game, go to a game. That's great. But I think more and more people, look, you can't replicate the game's experience. I understand that.
Right.
I think more and more people through the years are realizing, you know what? I got a really nice TV and I got a lot of angles and I got access to the bathrooms and the food and it's cheap and I'm on my couch. I don't have to drive, park, pay for parking, stand in lines. I'm going to watch at home. And the day will come, I hope, someday where the teams actually have to incentivize the fans a lot more than just, hey, we'll give you a chair to come to ball games. What is it Mark Cuban said, which I think he stole, is that pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. And sports are getting hoggy right now, including, by the way, as we got to go to break. I forgot to write this in there. The NFL is the hoggiest.
Mm-hmm.
And these Sunday ticket prices, dude. Especially when you hear what ESPN was proposing to the NFL during the whole negotiations, really going to wilt your leaves. All right, we'll take a break. A couple other notes. We'll get to it later. Anyways, NFL notes when we come back, including there's a new sheriff in Denver. Yeah, okay. Issues in Cleveland, and just really a lot of quarterback stuff. And if we have time, as Jason checks the segments off, I love seeing that. ESPN has ranked the divisions in football preseason. We'll see if you agree next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect mostly sunny skies today with winds on the increase as we go through the afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 miles per hour, and temperatures ranging in the mid to low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
This Labor Day, head to the Roseville Auto Mall for our biggest sale of the year. It's the only place where you'll choose from 20 top brands. Brought to you by 17 award-winning dealers. The giant Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where selection, savings, and satisfaction meet.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
But what was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha.
And
And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's going on for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
We're calling it the Hoblet Ramapalooza. Right now, we have the biggest savings I can remember, with up to $18,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie and limited Hemi 4x4s. And with over 400 new Rams available, you're sure to find your perfect new Ram truck at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Now, what's this I hear about a Hoblet pre-owned super center?
We are super excited to celebrate the grand opening of the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. We have over 200 used cars available and over 80 under 20,000.
Well, you heard the man. Ramapalooza happening now, and you've got to check out the new Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. Search, select, and save through their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
18,000 net savings on select new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramies after 11,500 factory rebates and 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include up to $3,000 in Hoblet coupons or $2,000 rebate for eligible trade-ins. All coupons available while supplies last. 5 trucks at this net savings. See dealer for details. Simple VIN 178528.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, real quick, surprise appearance. He's got to hit the blue button there from our good friend, Hall of Famer Thomas Maley. Yeah. I'm not setting you up for it. He thinks I'm setting him up for something crazy.
I know you are.
You know, you're going to know exactly where I'm going here in 2 seconds. So I miss a call and I get a text from Tom yesterday, and he says, "Hey, I don't want to mess with anyone's privacy. Would you have time to chat with a friend of mine? He's very interested in the business side of soccer. He's a good dude.
He's a Sac State college student.
Sac State college student.
Good at business."
And then, you know, look, and by the way, I'm aware the story is going to make me sound kind of bad, but that's fine. And then I go, well, okay. Well, what does he want to talk about? Soccer. All right, no problem. Have those conversations all the time. Not about soccer, radio, the business, whatever.
And I just asked if I could give him Dave's number, and Dave's like, I don't give my number out because people hit me up for tickets.
No, I didn't say tickets. I didn't say that. You said that.
Well, you alluded.
I said anytime anyone gives out my number, I weirdly get texts about the Kings or some crap months later. That's what I said.
Yeah,
You just know. And what I'm saying is,
you don't want to text friend.
I don't want to text friend, and it's nothing. Look, it's nothing bad. It's just be in the middle of a game or something, and then guy I talked to a year ago be like, "Dude, can you believe what Peja did?" Or not Peja, but
old text.
DeMar DeRozan did. What? And then
contemporary pull.
And then because, although it sounds like I'm being a ding dong right now, but because I'm actually really polite, I have to converse with them.
It must be so hard to be you.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So, but I also am in a situation now where did you already, and this is what I assume, did you already tell him you were going to give him my number?
No, in fact, I gave him your email address.
Right, but before I said that, because you sent me
I was going to, but I didn't.
Did he know that you were going to give it? Did you mention at any point, hey,
no, I just said I was going to put you in touch with
you. So you never said like,
in touch with you.
I'll talk to David. I'll talk to David about getting you his number and you guys can talk.
Yeah.
So my point that I'm leading to is he then eventually came to the conclusion that you asked me for my number and I opted for email instead of phone number. Right?
I'm losing track.
If you said to him something like, hey, I'll reach out to Dave and get you his number, you guys can talk. He's fine with that. And then you then went, oh, I talked to Dave. He wants to do email. Isn't the implication there to this guy that Dave doesn't want to give you his phone number. He said email.
Which is true, by the way.
Which is true, by the way, but also like
well, you're a big deal.
No, not a big deal.
You are a big deal.
It's
and
just
I get that. Yeah.
weird. As much as I share on air, off air, you know this. I'm kind of a hermity, a little bit, a little guarded.
What?
Off air.
What?
You shut up. So my point is this, and then you texted me your middle finger,
right? Because and then why don't you also share the email address? Because I wasn't sure what your email address
is. By the way, this is some straight up 60-year-old humor right here. Is your email address just your name at Bonneville? So like dbungholio@bonneville.com. That's like a 30-year-old Beavis and Butthead reference.
Man, he got you yesterday, and he got
funny.
you today coming back into the
yes. Well,
studio.
the line he had coming into the studio was Hall of Fame worthy about how I was walking.
Okay.
Anyways,
I feel like Amelia Earhart, and I am lost somewhere over the Pacific right now.
Before you crash, I just shout out Amelia.
Yeah.
I've been worried that I'm being rude to this guy.
You're not being rude to the guy.
I feel like I need you to give him my phone number now.
No, you're fine.
I don't know. After this conversation,
email is totally cool. It's totally fine. He was totally fine with it. There's no reason to discuss this 1 second longer.
Okay, then last thing.
How do you do this, Jason?
I'm not really
Chris?
here.
How did it go from you're playing basketball with people to I also work for a soccer team? And I just want to know what the bridge was between, hey, guard the guy, and
he knows
he knows
who you are, and he knows that you're affiliated with soccer,
and was like, hey, do you know Dave?
Yes.
I'd like to.
Yeah. Yep, that's all it was.
I just didn't get a chance to do much background on this, and I actually spent a lot of time last night worried that I was coming off as rude to this gentleman.
Man, you should be worried
about other things,
about like the fact that you still smoke and you're probably not going to see your grandchildren.
Wow, that took a turn.
Those are the kind of things that should keep you up at night.
See what happened? Just when you think
I care about your health, Dave.
No, you care about landing pot shots at me.
It's not a pot shot. It's a cigarette shot.
I invited you on the show to be nice and friendly. Just when you think old people
go
are
back
useless and
our show,
he lands a shot like, well, listen, I just want to say thank you. I love talking to people.
Dave Bungholio, everybody.
And feel free to give my number out to anyone.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Maybe make one of those little posters with my face on it, and then like the little tabs with my phone number. Hey, you wanted to? I was worried
for a good time.
Right. I was just worried after that conversation I had with Tom yesterday afternoon, which was all by text because I didn't pick up his phone call. And then like at 8 p.m. I tried it back and forgot that he goes to bed at like 6. I was just worried that I came on. Like I didn't want I was worried that Tom had said to the dude, yeah, I know Dave, he's a good guy. I'll get you his number. You guys could talk. And then it turned into, oh, here's his email. And then the guy's like, oh, can't have his phone number. I really legitimately was worried about that, which I understand is going way too deep into the whole thing. But
if I were you, I'd be worried that he's listening to this entire conversation.
Yeah, that's true. Because he, anyway, you think I'm overthinking it?
Did you send him an email yet?
No, he hasn't sent me an email yet.
Oh, he has to send you the email.
Yeah, he's got to initiate the contact. And then I don't know what to talk about either. That's the thing. Then there's a lot of
email.
There's a lot of pressure though on that. It's like, hey, I want to talk about the soccer business. I don't know.
There's probably a little more than that than just the opening line.
You know,
I hope.
You think it's a job angle?
I don't know what his angle is, but probably something specific if he wanted to talk to you is my guess.
And I had an old friend I used to work at Quad with reach out to me last night that heard when the dude texted or called or whatever. Yeah, I think he called and was like, hey, what advice would you give to get into radio? And I just crapped all over it. He was like, that was the exact right answer because he went through that too at that old Quad station, which makes our world look.
In my radio class, we had some people come in, and one of the people that came in was like, don't do it.
Right. Don't do it. Whereas Jason's out there like, guys, it's a great job. Here's what you do.
Yeah.
Everybody else in my class was smart enough to listen to his advice.
Yeah. Jason's a good ambassador for radio.
Excellent.
John Elway's is a great ambassador for Denver. He is synonymous with the Denver Broncos, and he's the last rookie to get the opening day start.
Yes, until now.
Until now, is Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix sounds like an exercise class.
That's an excellent college football name.
Sounds like something that Frank Thomas sells on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
Hey, check out Bo Nix. Oh
And
yeah,
your
that's
lady
excellent.
will like it too.
That's a double on tie. Yeah, that's fantastic work, Chris. It is a good college name.
Yeah,
I think
be a good pro name.
I think that's the question you're moving towards, and I agree with you. Is it a good? Because we are big on names.
What if he was Beauregard?
Bo Shambo.
Yes.
Is Bo Nix? Ooh, that's a great question.
Bo Nix a lot.
Will that transfer into the NFL? Is that a good pros name? We've said before, if Joey Harrington went by Joe Harrington, he would have had a better career. Bo Nix. The worry here, Jason, is, and you mentioned his name earlier, he's going to go down in the Colt McCoy world of great college names. Who is the guy that played for Hawaii?
Yeah, he passed. Colt Brennan.
Colt Brennan. That was another great one. Rest his soul. That was another wonderful college name. Colt Brennan.
C-O-L-T.
C-O-L-T.
Yeah.
What would be the alternative?
To Colt?
Yeah, spelling.
I think Jason thought you were saying Colt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like Colt as opposed to like C-O-U-L-T.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Also,
B-E-A-U.
B-E-A-U-X.
X.
Well, he did play, didn't he?
Oh, he could have been that. He should have been Bo Nix with two X's. One in the first name and one in the last name, or even two in the last name.
Yes, if he was B-E-A-U-X,
and then N-I-X-X.
Yeah, guaranteed Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That player couldn't even understand him with his Louisiana.
Drawl. How would he sound, Chris?
Go get there and get that ball there.
Okay, if you don't clip that up for the future, then I don't even know who you are anymore. That's fantastic. I just want that randomly thrown into the show. Finally, you think you're a great fan. Well, have you made a preseason song? This is a song a Colts fan made for the preseason game against the Bengals.
For the game?
For the game.
Not for the season.
No, for the game.
Oh, okay.
Apparently he does one of these.
Oh, perfect.
For I think every game.
Okay.
And I want all
to fire
of them.
people up?
Yeah. If you're not, look, maybe you're not a Colts fan. No. But if you don't get fired,
become one now.
If you don't get fired up after this, then you're made of ice, Elsa.
Okay, let's see.
It's a good start. He's excited.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Bengals. Let's cook them and eat their stripes. This is our team. Go Colts!
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, go Colts. Eat their stripes.
I'm nominating the Colts. If this guy does a song for every game, like they say he does, and we're able to access it, I'm nominating the Colts for this year's my favorite second team.
Yeah.
They're in the AFC.
Right.
They're not really a rival
Colts
to the
Niners Super Bowl. What if he delivers like the best song of all songs against the Niners in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to have a tough time, especially if he ends it with this.
Colts!
Hey, Jason, what sound do I make when I get my midsection in a cold pool?
How are your after a couple days of workouts?
Yeah.
What do your legs feel like?
Oh, my legs like when I get up off the couch? What did Wile E. Coyote used to say when he landed on the cactus?
It feels like what was Johnny Carson's bit?
What was Johnny Carson's bit?
Remember when he was like with the and he would like
Karnak.
sis boom yeah
sis boom.
It was just like whee! What did Wile E. Coyote say? Yeah.
What was it? Sis boom ba. What sound a sheep makes when it's holding a bomb?
Should we reach out to that Colts fan?
Yes, Jason, Chris, if we can get a live version of I'm Here.
Yeah.
Maybe see if he wants to be a Kings fan.
Maybe see if we can get
Like the bee.
An American Idol sing-off between him and our guy Barnbaum.
Oh, okay.
Don't Stop Believing versus...
We built the city on basketball.
Okay, I know we're late. Can I just say going into the break, I've looked for that song. I can't find it. I've looked on YouTube. I can't find it.
It lives somewhere, really?
That's what I'm saying. But I can't find it. I spent a while. If somebody out there can find the old Kings version.
Mike might have it.
Mike?
Yeah. Barnbaum.
Oh, yeah.
He sang it.
I was like, why would Mike Lamb have it? Yes, there's a Starship takeoff of We Built This City on Basketball. I can't find it anywhere. I'll love you forever if you can find it. We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, the Joey Votto edition. Also, is Aaron Judge a bad guy? I'm asking. I'm not saying. I'm not editorializing, Jason. We'll safe or out that next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Experience a golf tournament as refined as you are. The Pro Court Championship at Silverado Resort, September 12th through the 15th. Be there as the best of Napa meets the best of the PGA Tour. With world-class wine experiences, breathtaking views, and incredible golf. It's like this weekend was made for you. The Pro Court Championship, September 12th through the 15th. For tickets, go to ProCourtChampionship.com.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton and Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Somebody just sent me a YouTube link. This could be dangerous. Oh, Chris said we have to be very quick. Sorry. Safe or out? Question what? Question 1.
Joey Votto retired yesterday at 40. Safe or out? He's a Hall of Famer.
I don't know. I purposely didn't look up his numbers. Is Joey Votto? I feel like
I saw just a graphic a minute ago. MVP once, and 6-time All-Star. That's like on the fringe, right?
He is like first ballot Hall of Good, first ballot Hall of Great. But is he a Hall of? I'll tell you this much: as far as baseball characters and people, 100% a Hall of Famer.
Tell me that Joey Votto play moment sticks out in your head.
Here's the case somebody made for him real quick. Amongst players with 7,000 career plate appearances, his .409 on-base percentage is the 9th best since 1947, trailing only 6 Hall of Famers. His slugging percentage usually ranked in the top 10. Since 2008, he ranks first amongst all batters in walks, 6th in hits, and 5th in games played. I think Joey Votto is going to end up going down as the Mark Burley of hitters. You look at his numbers, and they're really impressive, and there's some individual things where you're like, wow, he was at or near the best at this in his generation, like Burley with innings pitched and all that stuff. But when you look at like 356 for home runs,
it's good.
Super hitter-friendly ballpark for almost his entire career. He only topped 80 RBI 8 times. He's either going to not be a Hall of Famer or one of those that makes it on like the 4th ballot in a week here.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love his personality. I hope he gets into media or podcasting or something because the world needs more Joey Vottos. So I'd say out probably, but maybe after further review, safe. If they bring in robo umpires.
Then they will. Yeah. He's I mean, to me, he's the classic fringe. He's right on the edge. And you're right. Maybe he's in the ballot for a long time and then finally breaks through.
Number 2.
The manager for the South Shore Little League team criticized Aaron Judge for his lack of attention to the kids at the Little League Classic last weekend. Safe or out? Linden, California's Aaron Judge is a terrible human being.
Born in Sacramento. Is that
that's out. He's one hell of a model American.
I don't know why. God bless Jim Carrey. Out. His history is even if because apparently the Little League
guy said he wasn't acknowledging the kids that were screaming at him when he's on deck.
Right, like, and they're from the New York area and whatever. It's like, dude, this is where your history comes in. Aaron Judge has a long and storied history of being amazing with fans, especially young ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Aaron Judge wasn't like, shut up, kid.
Yeah.
And by the way, he didn't do any. Let me be clear. I don't think he did anything wrong. But even if he did, short of like punching a kid, but even if maybe they did yell at him, walk away, and you know what? Some people are allowed to have bad days. Mm-hmm. That's the worst thing is you have 364 really great days. And then one day, like, you don't look, I'm not trying to get too dramatic here, but I'm just trying to make a point, dude. Your wife had a miscarriage. Your father died. Your dog died. Your brother got thrown in jail. We don't know what these people go through.
Your kid forgot your trumpet.
There you go. One day you're having a bad day, and now you're just an a-hole.
Right.
Aaron Judge has a long history of being a good guy. We'll take a break.
Safe.
When we come back, let's talk about these ticket prices. Clippers, the A's in Sacramento, and we'll get into the Sunday ticket stuff too. This might carry over to Kelly Brothers coming up at 7:30. We'll be right back after this.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
So toss to McCaffrey, a cutback 130, breaks 340. McCaffrey midfield. McCaffrey 40, 30, 20, and toasted all the way down to the 3-yard line on the first play of the game. CMC Dynamite!
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect mostly sunny skies today with winds on the increase as we go through the afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 miles per hour, and temperatures ranging in the mid to low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for special offers right now. I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and save big on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle right now. Visit FolsomLakeKia.com.
I just don't like going to church, man. I don't like the people there. People at church have like coworker vibes. Ralph Barbosa, the super cool ass tour. Like some of them are cool, but most of them, you know, they're just being fake nice because they want that promotion. Like if those are the people that are going to be hanging out in heaven, I just go to hell. Saturday, September 7th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss the hilarious Ralph Barbosa live.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Fall is the perfect excuse to update my wardrobe. So I went to Kohl's and fell in love with dressing up all over again. And all for less. With their friends and family sale, I saved 20% on polished pieces for me and my husband. Like dresses, button-downs, and shoes. Plus, I earned Kohl's cash. Don't take my word for it. Get to Kohl's and discover fall faves for yourself. Select styles. Offers end August 25th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for $1, and literally everyone is going. The car behind you, going to get a $1 Frosty. The car ahead of you, already had one, going for a second. The person who cut you off earlier, you guessed it, $1 Frosty. Maybe it's all a sign for you to go get one. Just don't cut anyone off. No one likes that person. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, California, and via third-party delivery.
Sacramento. Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Part 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha.
And
And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, listen up. Get ready for an incredible lineup of live music and events with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. First off, it's Michael Franti at the Backyard in Sacramento on August 23rd. And Soul Fest 24 Live will be at Thunder Valley August 24th. Then take a trip back in time with 80s Rewind at Thunder Valley on September 1st. September 4th, it's Montgomery Gentry bringing their rockin' country to the Crest Theater. Then Train and REO Speedwagon will be at the Toyota Amphitheater on September 6th. And the Doobie Brothers are appearing there on September 10th. Also on September 6th, check out live music at Crawdads on the Lake with Jared Neiman. And you don't want to miss the Lodi Grape Festival, September 12th to the 15th, featuring Joe Nichols and Smash Mouth. And you'll laugh out loud with George Lopez at Hard Rock Live Sacramento, September 21st. And looking ahead, it's Bad Religion at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 19th. And that's your Sacktown Sports live events calendar, keeping you up to date on the hottest live shows in town.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam Team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. I got a lot of stuff for you guys today. So much that I actually have to push stuff down and be disciplined. Chris sent us a link yesterday on these clipper prices. Now, everybody, look, maybe it's not the Sphere, but it's the NBA's version of the Las Vegas Sphere right now, the Intuit Dome. I just Googled Clippers prices to bring up the article. It's all a bunch of barber stuff.
That's what I did when I was looking for the article.
But it's LA and the brand new building in LA. That's state of the art.
Yeah, state of the art. Like this is at least for 20 minutes going to be the greatest basketball arena, one of the greatest arenas in the world.
Yeah, like we here and everything here is still great. Like remember the video board? Like everybody was talking about that.
Yeah,
like, this is apparently. I mean, there's none other like the one they're going to have. It's one of one. It's the first one. It's the best one, and until it's not. But right now, it's that amongst many things in this whole facility.
The Clippers have always been known for having some of the cheaper tickets, especially in LA, especially compared to the Lakers. Right. Some fans kind of freaked out seeing the opening night game at the Dome against the Phoenix Suns, and they kind of have a rivalry going between the two of them, the Suns and the Clippers. Ticket prices in the 100 level range, that's lower level, will be between $360 and $577 per ticket. So that's a lot of money. Now, look, tickets have gotten insane all across the board. Like, to go to what's the one that always stands out to me? It was an Eagles concert like a year ago. I think it was here, somewhere near here. It was like the cheapest you could get. It was like $600 a ticket. And I guess Eagles, like, that's rad. I don't even know what Taylor Swift is, but that's got to be ridiculous.
I want to say, wasn't there something about Bruce Springsteen where like fans were
livid? Yes, absolutely, because they're ridiculous. Ticketmaster, the game is, according to them, the game's nearly sold out. But so far on the secondary market, a ticket, for example, is available like right in the middle at $441.55 per. So that's $900, not counting parking, food, everything else. Now, I wouldn't say I'm saying this in the Clippers' defense, but I'm saying this is also for game one. There's only going to be one game one. There's going to be a premium on that.
What's the Wednesday, January game against Charlotte?
Exactly. And by the way, the Lakers.
But if you cut it by 50%, that's still an insane price.
It's still an insane price, and you're pricing people out. Now, again, as we talked about at the very beginning of the show, I have very strong feelings about this subject because the market is dictated by supply and demand. If they have great attendance at those prices, then you keep the prices. Hell, you might even raise the prices until it's all about finding a happy medium. How much can we sell tickets for before people stop going? Before enough people, I should say, stop going because of the price.
Right. We've also seen franchises manipulate the supply of holding back tickets, of creating a demand and then pushing tickets later when that demand is even higher.
Well, you're seeing it with the A's right now for that last game, that there's reportedly some tickets, the get-in price is something ridiculous. By the way, speaking of the A's, now I want to be very clear here for my friends over at the Kings who have partnered with the A's that if this for some reason is wrong, I will immediately correct. And I want to be very transparent here. So Last Dive Bar, as you said, nonprofit, big advocate for the A's staying in Oakland. And obviously there's a bias there. And I don't mean that as a bad thing, but we know what their motives are and all that and what they want. And that's fine. Actually, I agree with them. But they had shared online, and I actually contacted them offline and said, where did you get this graphic you shared? And whoever runs the account said to me, we confirmed the details through the premium ticket rep. This is whoever's handling the A's tickets. So again, if for some reason this is incorrect, I will immediately correct and apologize, but I don't think they're lying. 2025 A season tickets, premium seating options. So you have two options for premium, sections 105 to 119, which is basically, think of it as a horseshoe. Third base, horseshoe, home plate, horseshoe out to first base. Option 2 would be still on club seating in right field. The pricing is reportedly for those seats $15,000 to $20,000 per seat per season. Now,
this seems like a cash grab.
As was previously rumored, this person said, this is only full season. There's no partial season tickets being offered for this as of yet, but there is no requirement, as was previously rumored, for to also purchase River Cat season tickets. So that's good. But
I was going to say, okay, well, at least you get the River Cats.
Right. No, that's another way to look at it. Now, according to this, the policies are, number 1, no requirement to also purchase River Cats tickets. Number 2, only full, no partial season tickets, season packages offered, at least for these seats as of right now. In-person appointment required to secure premium locations, and you must commit for the duration of the A's in Sacramento. Now, to be fair, and I want to be incredibly fair on this, I'm not trying to take shots here. I'm just trying to share info. This includes premium seating, parking, food and beverage, and your price is locked in as well for the duration. So there will be no increases down the road.
And what was the number? 15?
15 to 20,000 per seat per season. Now, I understand that there's going to probably be a couple of preseason,
but if you didn't, I just did the regular season.
Regular season, 81 games. Did you do 15,000 or okay? 50,
I did the lower end, but
gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. What's the number, Jason?
But with parking, I mean, it's sounding better, but
sure.
It's still, I mean, it's 185.
185 a ticket. 185
That's
a
a
ticket for 81 games for 3 to 4 years. I imagine the commitment's 3 with an option for 4 because we don't know if
hopefully
they're not officially going to be here.
But food, parking, that's where it starts to feel better.
Yeah. So parking
that's
is
a lot.
Parking is what, $20? I honestly don't. I truly don't know.
I mean, people, for that type of seat, I'm saying like, yeah, 185. Look where I'm sitting. I get food. I get parking. That's a good deal. But then doing that every day is the
right. 81 games. It's summertime. Then maybe you can't go.
And I feel like if you can't, so I'm assuming, let's say, as a show we bought them, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, the 3 of us.
Yeah.
There'll be some days we can't go. All right,
Yeah.
So now let's try to sell them. Are we getting 185?
I mean, obviously, depending on the opponent and the
Right.
situation would, of course, matter, but I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
I would not think so.
I would say like Red Sox. You're getting more than your money.
Yeah, Yankees, Red Sox,
Sure.
Giants.
Maybe you make more.
Maybe you
if
make
there's
more.
a supply, but
absolutely.
Marlins, you're like,
And also, to be fair, it doesn't say this on here, and I know this is silly sounding right now, but just, again, trying to be incredibly fair. If they were to make the playoffs, you're going to get first rights, first dibs, all
Right.
that. You certainly could make a lot of money back.
Yeah.
I get that they're probably not. We don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but if they did. So I just, look, it's one of those, okay. And look, just so you understand, and I've learned a lot about this recently. It's not like it's Fred in accounting. It's like, let's make them 15 G's a pop. No, there's like firms that come in. They do DM,
comps
market
and all that,
comps and all this stuff and surveys and focus groups. And they do a lot of research before that doesn't mean it's the right price point.
Right.
But I'm saying they didn't just throw this on the wall if that's the case. It's going to be really interesting. Look, I guarantee you there will be a lot of people that buy these tickets if that's the price point.
There are going to be businesses around here that are just going to
absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to use them as spiffs to clients and this and that. It's a great point. They're going to sell.
Yeah.
Are they going to sell out? That's what I wonder.
And I mean, just hearing the number too, like, okay, back to like us as a show doing it. Like if we had a fourth, now you feel like there's 4 people split 4-way. Like that's all more doable, but it's still, it doesn't mean it's.
Also, what does it do for the River Cats market?
Right.
What does it do for the Republic market? There's a tiny bit of overlap with the Kings.
Yeah.
I mean, there's what, a good month and a half?
A little less. Well, it
maybe a
depends.
month. Yeah, depending on playoffs.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to the Clippers because it's a sensitive topic and I don't want to sound like I'm taking shots at the A's here. I do that enough. This is where fan organization comes in. In my perfect world, there would be organized fan unions for every major team, much like there is in England for the soccer, which I've really learned a lot about over there too and how those work.
In Germany, the fans own 50% of the club.
And for example, with the club over in England, and this is very ordinary.
Yeah.
There's a fan group, for example, for Huddersfield Town called All Together Terriers, ATT. And it's mandated that the club hierarchy meet with them X times per year for the fans to sound off on issues, including many times either tickets or future ticket pricing, etc. There was a thing where they were talking about raising tickets last year. Huddersfield has some of the lowest ticket prices there are. And they got relegated. They got sent down a league. They ended up not raising the ticket prices, but a lot of people weighed in on that. And if it went badly, then the fan group would then be empowered to say, hey guys, we're boycotting, we're protesting at the games outside, we're protesting the sponsors, And this really is a huge amount of influence that they get over the teams. The teams, I wouldn't say they're scared to death of these groups, but they take them incredibly serious.
Because they're organized.
And we don't have that over here. And I would love to see that in my lifetime. You don't like these Clippers ticket prices, LA fans? Great. Organize.
Yeah. Well, we got a story later on that's kind of what the Oakland Ballers are trying to do. We'll see where that goes with the baseball team they're going to have there.
See that box score yesterday?
Yes.
Was it 31-5?
Something like that.
Ballers won, by the way. All right, we'll take a very, very quick break. When we come back, a 3 for Madness. Hard Knocks, the A's, and Cristiano Ronaldo starts a YouTube channel. Yeah, I got questions for you next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of the spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Kelly Brothers coming up next.
Good at business.
He is. We'll talk to him. We're going to bring up a little of this ticket stuff for him as well. In the meantime, we got 3 for Madness. We want to get back on track here. So give me question 1, would you please?
Have you watched Hard Knocks yet?
I wrote that because I started watching it last night. I watched the first episode last night. Now, you hear me talk like before Hard Knocks shows up, in July, and I always get excited for it. And you'd think I'd watch the very first episode. Now, I usually wait like 2 to 3 episodes because I want to be able to like kind of get into it all at once. I've just found that's just like, if I can just hold out and be disciplined. So I started watching last night. I'll watch the next episode tonight, and on and on. And it's Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
It's Caleb Williams. And also, damn it, I'm blanking on his name, but one of their players is also married to Simone Biles. Mm-hmm. And this happened during the Olympics. So that's kind of a little side story they dealt with in episode 1, was him flying over there and then watching her and all that. I always love these things because it's no matter what the franchise is. And the Bears are a tentpole franchise. The Bears are one of the most important franchises in the history of the NFL. And so they talk about, the importance and the foundation and their lack of success. That the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer ever. And then this guy, Caleb Williams, comes in, and you heard one radio guy, and it's a radio guy, whatever, but say this guy has an opportunity. He basically has more pressure on him as a Chicago athlete than anybody since Michael Jordan. Like, that's the mantle. That's what they're, and then it was a really cool thing, not to spoil everything, but this was really cool. And I think the clip's been out there, but then after they make that point, and this is a great job by Hard Knocks, they have what's his face, the old PA announcer for the Bulls, and they have all of a sudden the music.
Ray Clay.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. And the music, the Sirius comes in, and so it comes in, and the guy, Michael Jordan style, it shows him at a microphone introducing Caleb Williams as a Chicago Bear. Just their own little clip that they made. It's a cool touch. It's really enjoyable always to see, the rookie hazing. And then, and then the real life stories that develop that they don't know. Like the guy, you may have seen the clip, the rookie that was singing Lee Greenwood, Proud to Be an American song, and rips off his pants, and he's wearing a Speedo with an eagle on the front. So his nickname, he's from Canada, was a Canadian Eagle. And then in the first, the Hall of Fame game in Canton, he gets injured. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. It's just stuff like that. But I will say what always gets me whenever I watch the first episode of Hard Knocks, and I probably say this every single year, there are a lot of anomalies in this world. There are a lot of things that don't make sense. There are a lot of things that get in my brain, your brain, whatever, and you just can't. It's tough to reconcile them. The difference between how Liev Schreiber sounds in movies and then watching Hard Knocks, if you watch Ray Donovan or any of his movies, and as he's talking and narrating Hard Knocks, and he's so phenomenal at it, and trying to picture that it's him talking, I can't ever make the leap.
Yeah.
He actually appeared on the show last year for the Jets.
Right.
And it's like you hear him narrate himself coming in he appeared on a helicopter. And then the very next thing is him talking to the coach. And you're like, these are not the same people. I am convinced that Liev Schreiber is not the narrator. They bring in somebody else and then they just pass it off as him. Because I've never seen like Morgan Freeman narrates something. Mm-hmm. It's him talking. David Attenborough, Sir David Attenborough, he narrates one of them nature things. You hear him talking.
Would you believe it if they put like a small box and it's him? See him.
That's what I want to see. Yeah. I want to see the little for the sign language. Yeah. I want to see that for Liev Schreiber while it's going on. Give me an alternate channel where I can watch him narrate that. It's phenomenal. It's a great love letter to the NFL.
You know that there has been 2 narrators of Hard Knocks.
Have there?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other one?
Paul Rudd.
Are you seriously?
For the Kansas City Chiefs.
What happened to Schreiber?
For some reason he was booked and he couldn't do it.
Wow.
And they asked Paul Rudd.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I don't remember that. I got to go down that rabbit hole then. I wonder how Paul did. I'll bet he did good. Well,
he sounds just like Liev Schreiber.
I mean, it also got me thinking, we'll move on here. Not that they don't do content anymore, but Jason, damn it. And this is for anyone over 35. God, I miss NFL films. Steve Sable, John Facenda.
Yeah. Fabulous stuff.
You go down rabbit holes and just watch I want to see those for like the mod. If I could reincarnate anyone in the world, I know, like Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, all that, but also John Facenda.
Yeah. Where would those air back when we were younger? Like after football games?
Yeah, or like ESPN or something.
I don't remember. Maybe.
That's a great question.
I mean, like now it's on the NFL Network.
God, the Autumn Wind is a Raider, and
but it just used to they'd be on. You're like, I'm watching this.
Oh, and the music,
yeah,
which can't underrate that. Facenda was great, Sable's great, his whole family, but the Bells one and the dun 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 dun. I just
it all worked so beautifully.
It all did too. Question 2, please.
Question 2.
Cristiano Ronaldo started his YouTube channel yesterday and already has a whopping 19 million subscribers. Is he the most self-marketable athlete in the world?
Yes, he is. His numbers are insane. And it's by the way, if you're wondering, so he is 19 million, probably 20 million by now because there's a little counter showing it go up. He still has about 300 million to go to catch Mr. Beast. Yeah, that's the guy who, whatever.
But worldwide, it's probably yes, right?
Look, I know Lionel Messi would have something to say there. By the way, there's no American athlete that's in there. It's just not.
Draymond's not on that?
Weirdly, no. But you're also talking about a guy. I'm reading a thing here that says Cristiano Ronaldo has become the first athlete to surpass 200 million followers on social media, 109 million on Facebook, 50 million on Instagram, 41 million on Twitter. This was in 2016.
Wow.
This is in 2016. I want to say he's pretty close to 1 billion followers all the way around, and not only followers, by the way, but not only followers, but people that buy things. Oh, here we go. 170 million followers on Facebook, 112.6 million on Twitter, and 636 million Instagram followers.
Jeez.
That is almost a billion. You're 900 million something that you can put out a product. You can do this. You can do that.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, because I followed Manchester United growing up, I remember when they signed this 18-year-old kid from a club called Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. And all I remember thinking was, oh, that's not Ronaldo. Ronaldo's the guy that played for Brazil. Who the hell is this kid that's got acne and looks all funky and all that? And wow, boy, did he do okay.
Yes, he did.
Quite
well.
Quite well. Number 3, please. Or not.
Will ticket prices for the Oakland A's of Sacramento County have an effect on attendance, or will they sell out anyway?
If those numbers are correct, it sure seems a bit expensive. But again, these guys know what they're doing. This is for premium seating. We don't know what the other seating is. So maybe it just turns out that, as Chris said, the corporations, the businesses, and the rich people, they buy those all up. And then the rest of us, buy the other seats up. I think they'll sell out if I had to guess. But I don't know, man. I really do truly think, and I'm saying this as a native Sacramentan, and I could be totally wrong. I do think there's an overestimation as to how much the city cares about baseball enough to go to the games. I do think there is a bit of an overestimation as to where baseball stands as compared to other sports. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think they're smart in this sense if they're making it a 3 to 4 year deal.
Oh, for sure.
Because if not, where the worst case scenario to me for the A's here would be, let's say it's year 2 plus. We now know for certain that they're going, like Vegas has been solidified. Like right now it's not.
Right.
But let's say shovels are in the ground, deals are done, paperwork's like they're going, and they're also winning 50 games. That's not good. Like the last year where you're like, well, they're definitely leaving and they're also winning 50 games and they're not winning. But the fact that if tickets are sold, or it could be one of those things where tickets are sold, but attendance doesn't look great. Could be.
That's going to be
that's
going to be the big thing is, and by the way, let me save everybody the mystery. There will be days in year 1 where you look out and I don't know about sparse, but it ain't going to be filled. It's just not. It's going to be hot. People aren't going to be able. It's 81 games, dude, for at best, probably mediocre team, if not a terrible team. It ain't going to happen, but we will see. Hey, how come, is this just a carryover from yesterday? Why is the title College Football is Almost Here? Was that yesterday's title for the YouTube channel? I can't remember. It says College Football is Almost Here. I was like,
yeah, had to be.
Have we talked about college football yet? All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Kelly Brothers, he's good at business.
Yes, he is.
He's going to
good
join
at
us
business
right after this word from Gonzalez Law, Jason Rose.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hey, do you have something from your past that's still following you? A mistake you might have made years ago that you just can't shake free. It's still there. It's something you'd like removed from your record if possible. Well, that can be done. You can get that fresh start, a clean start with Gonzalez Law Offices. They can help you with many things, but maybe you need help with this exact thing. They do expungements, and they can help you get that fresh start you're looking for. Jonathan Gonzalez and his law offices right in the heart of downtown, and he's here for you. He's local. He's not turning and burning through these cases. He wants to make sure that you're happy, that he's happy, that his business keeps growing, helps this community, and he cares about the results. He also cares about you. So the point is, if you want someone you can trust and someone that is willing to work with you in whatever the situation you're in, and you feel like you need some representation, well, here you go. Go to SACLegalDefense.com. You can call him at 916-304-9187. That's SACLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Most amateurs like to play for something on the course, and you'll be pleased to know the USGA doesn't object to informal wagering when it's a friendly bet with your friends. Some of the most popular wagers are the Nassau, which is 3 bets. Low score on the front, low score on the back, and a low score for the full 18. In a round robin, 2 members of the foursome team up against the other 2, but the catch is the partners rotate every 6 holes. In skins, the player that wins the hole earns the skin. If there's a tie, the skin is carried over and the next hole is worth 2 skins. And of course, don't forget wagers for greenies, landing your shot on a par 3 green, sandies, earning a save from the sand, woodies, parring after hitting a tree, and of course, Arnie's, parring without hitting the fairway in honor of Arnold Palmer. So play away. Your amateur status is safe. For Golf to Go, I'm Frank LaRosa.
As a mom, I'd do anything to keep my child out of physical pain.
Dr. Pamela Maida is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon.
As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too.
Good Feet Youth Arch Supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain.
Investing in youth arch supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Thursday, you can set your clock to it right around 7:30. It's not the brothers Kelly who hired him. It's Kelly Brothers. Very good at business. Does not have an ego because he slums it with us each and every week.
Oh, man. Good morning, guys. Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Just to peel back the curtain, we have a group chat. And whenever Kelly comes on, Kelly will say, hey, you want to hit these topics? And they're always, I don't think we've ever once been like, no. Like they're always very good. And we go into them and we're going to hit those in a second. But Kelly, we've been talking a lot today and we referred to you when we were knowing you were going to come on about the prices for the opening game for the Intuit Dome down in LA for the Clippers and how it's like basically $900 to get in for whatever. And then according to one website, and again, I want to confirm this, but for A's season tickets next year here in Sacramento, the pricing for the horseshoe between third base and first base lower level, the premium seats, if you will, which includes parking, food, and beverage, are reportedly 15 to 20 grand per seat. That's 81 games. It works out to right in the neighborhood, depending on which level you buy, of about $200 per ticket per person. Now, again, parking, food, beverage, all included. I'm assuming, by the way, that's not alcohol, but I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that. The price is locked for the duration of their stay in Sacramento, so it is a price lock. But also, again, according to these reports, you must commit to the season tickets for the duration of the A's being in Sacramento, which I assume would be a 3-year commitment. So when you hear that, are you thinking, well, that's about right? They did the research. Holy crap, that's a lot, or both? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I'm thinking the old economic law of supply and demand works. You got limited supply and you're going to have off the charts demand. And so it is interesting because we have a small group of friends and people I work with, and we've owned a quarter package of Giants games for the last, and I get 5 or 6 games a year, and it's fantastic because there's no park in Major League Baseball nicer than Oracle Park. And our seats are club level, literally behind home plate.
Wow.
Right beyond home plate, right below Kruk and Kite. Wave to them every game we're there. But no food, no drink, no parking. But
sure,
as good a seats as I think you can find in the park, and they're about $80 a game, just to give you a sense.
Okay.
So, so $200 a game. Now, listen, if you've got Friday night and Aaron Judge is coming to the plate, that's a bargain.
Sure.
If you've got Tuesday afternoon against Tampa Bay and it's 106, it's not a bargain. But that's just the way they sell the tickets. So that was about what I thought they'd come in at. I thought they'd come in somewhere around, on average, $200, and people will take their chances because of supply and demand.
Sure.
Yeah, and on that front, Kelly, in your experience or your gut feeling, do you think this is going to end up being more of local business purchases for these seats, or kind of friends, family groups getting together and buying? Where would that lean? Do you think companies buying these tickets or not?
Oh no, companies want them, no doubt. I mean, I believe the first layer of these went out to Oakland Athletic season ticket holders. I think that was the first kind of offer, and then they get to, and then they'll move on down the line. But no, I think I have no doubt that every game will be sold out. So I think they will sell them out. It'll be very interesting to see the action on the secondary market, to see what these are going for. But I think Sacramento's hungry. I think, again, a very limited supply. And the interesting thing to me will be, what are they going to price River Cats tickets at?
Yeah.
$10?
Buy one, get one free.
$5?
Bring a can of food.
Buy one, get 5 free. I mean,
right.
That's going to be an issue too, I think.
Kelly, the NBA and some other sports are already doing it, but as including the Kings. But it sounds like private equity firms are getting into the NFL, which is that's the big boys when it comes to franchise valuations. I'm actually kind of surprised it took this long. I'm not saying it's the greatest investment in the world, but kind of hard when you go through the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You're the investment guy, but I don't remember hearing a story about how a guy bought a professional team and sold it later and was like, they took a loss.
No, you're right. It doesn't happen. I mean, I think, what did Jerry Jones buy the Cowboys for? $150 million, I think. Wow. Something like that.
That was after Trump passed him up. Remember that? He passed him up. He was gonna there's that article. He was gonna go buy him, and then he said, I feel sorry for the guy who buys him next, because either you're just meeting the expectations from before because the Cowboys have been good, or they're going to tank, and that's a lot of money. And then it turns out, we're sitting here now, it's the most valued team, which Jerry gets a lot of credit for that, but it's the most valued team in the NFL.
$10 billion. $10 billion with a B. So, yeah, there was one quote in one of these. Yeah, private equity. Private equity is obviously, it's just in many ways, it's a superior way to manage capital over the public markets. And a lot of people have figured this out. A lot of companies have gone private or been taken private. You're not as concerned with those quarterly reports of here's what we're doing and here's where we're going. And you don't have to report back because your investor is far more patient. Yep. And in this case, you had a situation where, and this was a quote from the guy who owns the Capitals, the Wizards, and the Mystics in Washington, D.C. He said, okay, so you go to an investor, you say, I need $250 million in cash. Oh, great. Absolutely. What do I get? Nothing. Do you have control? No. Do you have any role in the team? No. Do you get season tickets? No. Well, you can buy them. You're a passive investor. Your name's going to be on a website somewhere, and you get to tell people you own a piece of an NFL team. Yeah. And people are the available pool of people who could do that has it's very small. Even though it's grown over the years, it's still very small. So private equity, and as we know, the Kings are now owned partially by private equity. And after the Kings, after Dave saved the Kings, they changed the ownership rules in the NBA, where you could no longer have as many owners as the Kings had. So I think it's a natural fit for the NFL. And by the way, in most of the major sports, the teams are limited to 30% private equity ownership. In the NFL, it's going to start at 10%.
Yeah.
But 10% is still $1 billion in the case of the Cowboys. So that's a lot of money.
And not to put you on the spot here, so say whatever disclaimers that you need to say. I'm not an accountant or whatever, although maybe you are an accountant. But I've always been curious about this, Kelly. If let's say I come to you and I'm a very successful businessman, and I want to buy Sacramento Kings season tickets on the floor, which go I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 G's a pop or 100 G's for a pair on the floor. I give or take, whatever. And let's say that I take clients every once in a while or a decent amount of time to the games. Do a lot of these places, do they spend, let's say, $100,000 for easy math and then back it out as a write-off? And I know that doesn't mean dollar for dollar, but for example, their tax liability at the end of the year for the business, would they be able to subtract most or all of that $100,000 off of what that liability or their total income is? Are there tricks that businesses use to be able to buy these seats, in other words, but really when it comes to tax law, get quite a discount?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. No, much of this can be deductible. And I am not supposed to give tax advice.
Right,
Dave,
right. I know there's disclaimers and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, I've heard from other people. No, you can do that. Interest. I'll tell you. I don't mind telling you because I mean, we share a loft at the arena, and obviously, there's, to the extent we're bringing out clients or prospects or centers of influence, people who send us clients like accountants or attorneys. There's a deductibility there. I won't go in deep into the rules, but there's certainly deductibility there. And the fact that, we put our name on the wall. I mean, there's a marketing role there as well. There's a marketing deductibility there too. So, no, there's plenty of, I mean, it's not as loose as it once was where you could just deduct everything. And there are certainly limits on it now, but you're still not paying. If you're paying for all of it with after-tax dollars, then it's purely a personal expense.
Yeah. Kelly, just reflective of this private equity, the NFL, or just NFL in general, the business is booming. We know that it is showing up in quarterback salaries too. We know the Niners and Brock Purdy will come up at some point here too. But what's your thought on just where these salaries are going for the most important position?
Yeah, Jordan Love signing for $55 million a year. I mean, come on. Two things come to mind. First of all, these numbers are going to keep going up. And people who signed early, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is now $10 million a year behind the quarterbacks making the most in the NFL. Think about that. Now granted, he has a long-term contract, and maybe in this environment, you don't want to sign a long-term contract. Of course, you're betting you're not going to get injured, but the numbers are crazy, and the demand, and maybe mediocrity, has its silver lining. The Cowboys are worth $10 billion, and Dak Prescott's going to get $60 million a year from someone. So, and maybe that lines up pretty well. Maybe they deserve each other. And then, of course, the other layer to all this is, while you have Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Tua, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, all above $50 million this year, you got Brock Purdy at $985,000.
Amazing.
And
20 some odd years ago, Kelly, when I was at a crossroads and it was do radio or be an NFL quarterback, I'm happy saying now that I made the wrong choice.
Yeah,
should have gone in. Yeah, should have gone to the NFL.
I don't think so. I've seen you throw. I think
that is Kelly Brothers. He's good at business. He joins us every Thursday to up the IQ on this excuse.
Great to see you guys. Have a good week.
You too. Have a great week, Kelly. Bye-bye. We'll take a break. When we come back, this is why I leave open segments after Kelly. I can guarantee you, first off, Jason and Chris have no idea what's coming next. This is going to be one of my favorite segments of the day because it's just a potpourri, and we're not going to get to everything. I'll tell you one thing. I love our audience for many reasons. One of them is when I make a request, more often than not, somebody out there fills it, and they have. And we'll have that to play for you next. I also hate our audience because they make fun of me incessantly, and I am getting dragged on the chat line. We'll have updates on all that next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton & Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Advanced Infusion Center, where wellness meets vitality. Unlock your full potential with our customized Liquivita vitamin IV drips tailored to fit your unique lifestyle. Whether you're an athlete aiming for peak performance or travel often and looking to stay healthy, we have an IV just for you. At Advanced Infusion Center, we understand that wellness isn't just one size fits all. That's why our expert team is here to personalize your infusion experience. Ready to elevate your wellness journey? Call Advanced Infusion Center today or visit us at advancedinfusion.com.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the
got for you in the second. I want to see how much I can get to. I asked for it earlier.
Go get there and get the ball there.
Thank you, Chris. That's one thing I did ask for. Here is somebody unearthing this. This is an old Kings video that used to play. It was, the year after 1986, the year after they arrived. It's a Starship, Jefferson Starship, whatever. Not parody, but whatever they call it. Of what was it? We built the city on rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We built this city on basketball. Built this city.
It's for the Kings, by the way.
We built this city on basketball.
Yeah, why are they showing that? I think it was for the Kings, right?
I don't know. A lot of Laker
highlights. I always thought this was just for the Kings.
I think
maybe it's because I was like 7.
Haven't seen the King yet.
It's all Lakers stuff. Well, they can't see it. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. This is the wrong version.
Yeah.
You
foiled again.
You ask and you're foiled. There's a Jason, do you remember the Kings version?
I don't. I remember Mike singing it, though.
Thank you, person who sent that to me on the text line, but that's not what I was looking for.
You think they're laughing right now?
Hey, if they did that on purpose, I got to tip my cap.
Good for them.
Yeah, I have to tip my cap to them.
They're like, he's Ron Burgundy. He won't check it
if
first.
Did not. That would have been great if it's just like a bunch of swearing.
Don't give people ideas.
You didn't ask for this, but I'll give this to you. Here's Kevin Hart briefly interviewing Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston doing something I didn't know he could do, but I'm not surprised. He's very talented. Bryan Cranston of Breaking Bad, of Malcolm in the Middle, doing a Kevin Hart impersonation in front of Kevin Hart. And this is how it sounded once I unmute this clip.
You came on the set and you're like this dynamo.
Well, this is going really well so far, by the way.
0
for 2. Sorry.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
That was played in mono. There's no way for us to know that off the air. And anyways, look up Bryan Cranston doing a Kevin Hart impersonation. It's very funny. We didn't
want Raiders kid?
I do have Raiders kid. Thank you very much. This is from yesterday. This came out. This is a TV KTNV. I'm assuming the NB is for Nevada. Talking to a kid wearing a Raiders cap, a Raiders shirt, Las Vegas Raiders, about how the season's going to go.
If you're so into the NFL, you know your Raiders. I can tell right here. How are you feeling with the team this year?
We're not going to the Super Bowl. I already know it.
We got a realistic Raiders fan here. This is odd. This is the first interview I've ever had like this. The Super Bowl chances are not good, but what is it going to take for the Raiders to have a successful season, you think?
Not to get arrested.
Okay, that's definitely an interesting one. I would agree with that. Yeah, getting someone in prison, that's going to hurt the chances.
He did not know where to
that
go.
Poor reporter had
Nick Walters.
Had no idea.
Yeah. By the way, our Hall of Famers, Pat, Tom, and Cody. Pat gave me the list. Do you know since 2000 the team that has the most arrests?
Is it the Niners?
No, the Niners are about 11.
Ooh, I like this game. I don't think it's the Raiders. That's too obvious.
My guess is the Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh,
but Niners are 14th out of 32.
That's right. We follow the law.
But then I forgot 2000. So
Chiefs are 8th. 8th most arrests. Falcons are no, further down.
Seattle?
Top 10.
Okay.
6th.
I know it ain't Buffalo.
How many are the most?
47.
Jeez. That's
and the low is
team.
Oh, it's got to be a Florida team.
And the low is 15.
Jacksonville.
No.
Cowboys.
No.
Miami.
Jacksonville's a 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got to be a Florida team. Miami.
Miami is in the top 10.
And Tampa Bay?
It's number 5.
So all 3 Florida
good thinking.
Yeah. The Browns?
No. Top 10.
Okay. Golly.
So you have not gotten a team from the top 3.
Methland, Phoenix, Arizona.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where they are.
New York Jets.
Good guess.
Nope.
Good at business. New York Giants?
Nope.
It's not the Chargers. Just trying to think of big cities.
No.
Not a big city?
One is number 1, but number 2 and 3. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that.
The Bears?
No.
Bengals.
Bengals are 3 with 42 arrests.
Wow, I'm really The Texans?
No. They are 3rd to last. Texans.
Good guys, those Texans.
Yeah. So I'm looking for 1 and 2 and who's dead last. You haven't said either one of these teams, any of these teams.
Dead last, Utah. They're good people. Minnesota, dead last.
Minnesota, number 2.
Oh, oops.
Broncos.
Number 1.
The Broncos.
Yeah. 47 arrests.
Wow, all that snow.
And then dead last, we haven't said the team yet. A little surprising, I guess.
Who is it?
Philadelphia.
That is surprising.
I don't know. I think like the police, they're like, go ahead, just be careful next time.
Where are the for my old buddy Capone from Quad? Where are the New England Patriots?
New England Patriots. 27th.
20. Wow. Okay.
20 arrests.
Ironically, it's all. I don't want to say it.
The Raiders were 19th. The Niners are 15th.
I also want to say, going back to that Raider fan,
pretty funny.
Take notes, guys, in the chat. That's it. The future is bright.
Yeah.
That's a realistic Raider fan right there. Lastly, again, because people are petty, I'm going golfing today and I'm wearing a vest, which I've worn before, but apparently it's Be Mean to Dave Day, which I did not have on my calendar. And people in the chat are saying things.
Like?
Dave looks like he wants to sell you a timeshare. Dave looks like he should be behind the deli counter at Cordy Brothers. That's actually nice.
Great sandwiches.
Dave looks like he smells like candy corn. Dave looks like he went windsurfing 3 days ago. Dave looks like he used to quit playing tag once he was it. Dave looks like he wears socks with his flip-flops. Not true. I wear them with slides sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
I do. Dave looks like he uses Miracle Whip in his sandwiches. That's the only one that's offended me.
Yeah.
Miracle Whip is the absolute devil.
Gone too far.
Dave looks like he dances like a Microsoft executive.
Ooh. That might be true.
Let's see. Dave looks like the guy who says, make it really spicy loudly at a Thai restaurant to impress other patrons.
These are all way better than my first stab at it.
Yeah.
What was yours again?
Hey, are you in the Coast Guard or something? I'm wearing your life vest.
No, you had another one first.
Yeah, you did.
I
can't remember it, though. Dave looks like a guy who would ban the... Oh, well, no, that's what I said. Dave looks like he gets mad when he can't get the penny into his loafer. Dave looks like he'd be the first person in line at Costco just so he can get to the pharmacy first. Dave looks... I don't even know. Dave looks like he thinks ketchup is spicy. Well, you know
These
what?
are all the vibes you're giving today?
Apparently.
Oh.
I really like the vest.
Just, oh, somebody remembers some of the lyrics. Tyler Thompson, Olberding, Woody's in the game, Coach Johnson from the sidelines calling out the winning play. Don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on basketball.
There it is.
It's out there somewhere. Do we have to break? We have to break. Oh, I still have to get to Greg Maddox sound and some pretty crazy Joey Votto stats. So we'll carry that over. And for everybody in the chat,
you look like a guy that's about to do a endorsement.
I look like a guy who's full of energy.
Yeah.
My friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Hey, you want a second opinion? You're ugly. But also, burn, got him. But also, what? Nobody knows how much HVAC stuff is supposed to cost. Like, it's not your world. It's not my world. That's what we pay people like American Energy for. But how do you know you're getting a good deal? How do you know you're getting a good deal? Well, either you know because you went to American Energy first. You're going to get a good deal with them. They've been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area, A+ Better Business Bureau. I tell you all the time. Or you went somewhere else, and then you listened to me, and you went, oh, I'm going to call them at 916-520-9990. And I'm going to get a second opinion from them, and oh, Lordy, it's cheaper. I just saved money. Thanks, Dave. I won't make fun of your vest anymore. Do it right now. Whether you already are working with somebody else or you need a something done, just skip the line. Go right to them. 916-520-9990. It's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable go. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half of the program, and the Broncos have named a starter. We'll see if we can get some of this other stuff as well next.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Snatched De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect mostly sunny skies today with winds on the increase as we go through the afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 miles per hour, and temperatures ranging in the mid to low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Welcome to the Tap House Restaurant at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course. With an array of local craft brews from a selection of 20 taps, the Tap House menu boasts freshly made sandwiches, crisp salads, and a variety of specialty entrees. The Tap House is the perfect place for a round after your round at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course, especially during happy hour from 3 to 6 daily. Drop by the Tap House Restaurant for scenic views, exquisite food, and a hearty welcome. The Tap House at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, nonstop issue, and they're finally walking into the Good Feet store. Okay, the guy that came into my store last year that has had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. I looked at him, I said, "Are you kidding me? I've been here for 14. Where have you been?" I helped relieve a problem that's plagued him for 30 years. I mean, how do you not go home and talk about that?
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
I just don't like going to church, man. I don't like the people there. People at church have like coworker vibes.
Ralph Barbosa, the super cool ass tour.
Like some of them are cool, but most of them, you know, they're just being fake nice because they want that promotion. Like if those are the people that are going to be hanging out in heaven, I just go to hell.
Saturday, September 7th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss the hilarious Ralph Barbosa live.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number one claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTKAM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown!
San Francisco!
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Hour number 2.
Which one?
3. 4. You want some real quick Joey Votto stats?
Sure.
Joey Votto saw 35,630 pitches over 8,746 career plate appearances. He pulled a ball foul for an out twice. How they come up with these ideas? Joey Votto, of those 8,746 career plate appearances, had 6,629 before his first pop fly to first. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Also, here's one with Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn had more career assists in his basketball career at San Diego State than strikeouts. 590 to 434 during a 20-year career. And then finally, this actually is really, I would never guess this, but I looked up the guy and he's legit. Joey Votto could come out of retirement and go 0 for 477 and still have a higher lifetime on-base percentage than Tony Gwynn.
Wow.
What? Maybe he is a Hall of Famer, Jason Ross.
Maybe.
Is Bo Nix a Hall of Famer?
No.
John Elway is. John Elway came out of Stanford, was famously not drafted by the Denver Broncos. Was it the Colts?
I believe that's right.
Yeah, I think so. And between he and his dad, Jack, worked his way to Denver, and he started week 1 for the Broncos. That's the last time a rookie quarterback started week 1 for the Broncos. Worked out, which is weird when you think about it, worked out pretty well for John Elway.
Mm-hmm.
But Bo Nix has been named the week 1 starter for Denver.
Yeah, Denver's interesting on a couple of levels. One, they have the second longest playoff drought.
That's crazy.
Right now. The Jets the most, then them. In a very competitive AFC, and I don't think a lot of people are picking Denver to make the playoffs this year, and I guess that's okay. But the other thing I keep thinking about Denver is I personally thought that Sean Payton was one of the best coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
Now he's on a different team.
Yeah.
Different roster, different talent. That's kind of a reflection of you need the players, I guess. But did he forget how to coach? Is he not the quarterback whisperer? Does that make Drew Brees even better? You know, that kind of thing. Like I thought with Russell Wilson, okay, that's going to make some sense. They're going to find some magic. And there were some moments, but not really.
I think the pushback on that, Jason Ross, if that
on the Peyton part, or
on
Peyton
the Peyton part, and really specifically the Peyton Wilson part,
okay,
is that last year at 34 years old, Russell Wilson had 26 touchdowns versus 8 interceptions. He had a 98 rating and he passed for 3,000 yards. That's a
nice
difference
season
from 2022 where he had 16 touchdowns and 11 picks. Now, that doesn't defeat your point or anything. It just, you wonder, well, is that more Sean Payton, more Russell Wilson, a combination of both? And here's the thing. I mean, if we're looking for whether to prove or disprove your theorem, it ain't happening this year with a rookie quarterback.
Right.
You know,
unless he flourishes.
But even then, even if he has a CJ Stroud-esque year, it's still going to be interesting. But you're talking about a guy with a great pedigree out of Oregon. There have been some people that said, hey, look, when it's all said and done, he'll be the best quarterback in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's some people.
Sure.
Maybe they're just trying to do hot take cannons. But very, very interesting. Also, when you look at Bo Nix and the fact that he beat out Jared Stidham and Zach Wilson.
Yeah, and Wilson, man.
Third on the depth chart.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
they pretty quickly said it's down to a 2-person race between Nix and Stidham, and then now it's Nix. But I mean, Wilson was picked number 2.
And you look at guys, and look, the jury's still out on some or all of these guys, but golly, man, Zach Wilson. I remember him getting at number 2 by the Jets, I think, coming out, and just good-looking kid, great-looking family, looked like the All-American quarterback, Hall of Fame-looking dude. Nope. Justin Fields, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen.
Rosen's the one I admit, I'll say, watched every snap, every throw. I'm like, this guy can't miss. He was so good. I mean, and I actually said, I thought he would be better with better people. Like, he was good at UCLA, but get him around pro players, pro coaches, pro receivers. Yeah. I'd take him number 1, and I'd have been fired.
It just goes to show how
does it work for some?
We talked about Hard Knocks earlier, and I didn't mention, but honestly, I think maybe the most interesting part, because there were a lot of entertaining parts to the episode. Really, the most interesting part is that Matt Eberflus, the head coach, brought in his old head coach from when he was a linebacker in Toledo, guy named Nick Saban. And Nick Saban rolls in his red sport coat and, hello, everybody, whatever. And then it shows, one of those GoPro camera angles where it's just Eberflus and Saban sitting across from each other at a desk, and Saban's just
talking,
turning wise. Yeah. And so they talk about developing quarterbacks. And Saban just brought up such a great point about how much pressure is on these quarterbacks to perform that it's almost impossible. And that in a lot of other sports and a lot of other positions, you're given time. You're given time to develop, and 1, 2, 3 years sometimes is nowhere near enough, especially in a position where you've got a lot of guys at 34, 35, 38, 41 that really are in the prime of their careers at quarterback. And you're talking these guys are 24, 25, 26. Justin Fields or Caleb Williams said at his little rookie hazing, you got to say your signing bonus is $25 million. $25 million right off.
Yeah.
And the amount of pressure, money, you're in Chicago.
Right.
And Saban brought up, and I think it's one of the 2 best examples. Saban brought up Peyton Manning and how his rookie year, he threw pick after pick after pick. And I believe the Colts went 1-15, which I also believe is the same thing Troy Aikman did as a Cowboy. I think they also went 1-15 his first year or something like that. And they both looked like garbage, but they also both looked like very talented quarterbacks that needed to figure it out, which is why I've always kind of been a fan of what they're doing with Bo Nix, for example. Let the guy go out and earn his stripes, man. But then you look at a team like Green Bay, who they're again, Jordan Love ain't a Hall of Famer yet, but it certainly looks like they're tracking to grabbing Brett Favre off the backup heap in Atlanta, this kid out of Southern Mississippi, one of the all-time greats. Then Aaron Rodgers, who they steal at the end of the draft because the Niners were stupid, and he carries a clipboard for a couple of years. And then Jordan Love carries a clipboard behind Rodgers for actually a year longer than Rodgers did. And now he just signed a $50-something million deal per year. So it depends, I guess.
Yeah. And I feel like, and you can correct me if you can think of more examples, but I feel like there's less examples of quarterbacks that were given, whether they started right away or had to wait patiently, but are on to team 2, on to team 3, that then find it. Like Rich Gannon's a name, but
Gannon's a name. Hostetler's a name, but Hostetler wasn't terrible with the Giants.
No,
you could argue Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Your point. By the way, I agree with your point.
So it's like the guys that bounce, like Zach Wilson. We're talking about, like, highly picked. The Jets will give him every opportunity. Doesn't work here. Well, maybe it'll be another organization. Well, so far no.
You know what I always wonder, dude. I don't know why I said that. For a guy like Zach Wilson, let's say his career ends up where it looks like it's going, back up and eventually out. I do oftentimes wonder with these guys, what if Zach Wilson had been drafted instead of Jordan Love and put through that exact same position? How much of it is that they're just not really good quarterbacks?
Mm-hmm.
And how much of it is you went into the wrong program at the wrong time and it broke you?
Yeah.
And it broke you.
And teams can't wait.
They can't wait.
Yeah.
We were talking about Aaron Rodgers. What if he went to San Francisco and was in the same situation?
It's really true. Would Aaron Rodgers? Now, I'd like to think he would have.
He's pretty talented.
But maybe he goes into San Francisco and just gets destroyed and is never the guy we thought. Same thing with Aikman.
Yeah. People said that about, who's the rookie? David Carr.
Yeah.
Goes to the Texas brand new team. Like everybody had huge hopes for him. And I can't remember the sack total.
I think it was a record, wasn't it?
Murdered.
Yeah.
50 plus times. And he I mean, what does that do to you for a couple years?
I think the Carrs are like the most sacked family in the NFL history.
And of course, and Raider fans just hate Derek Carr, man. I never understood that. I get it if you don't think he's a great quarterback. I totally respect that. But golly, was he committed to that team, man. He loved that team, loved the fans. Anyways, we'll take a break. Speaking of Raiders, we'll go back to Oakland here. The Oakland Ballers kind of have a cool concept going on right now, and boy, they get a win yesterday. Could this catch on? We'll talk about it next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Want to get to the Oakland Baller story. Jason, I found it. Here's Chicago Bears head coach Matt Eberflus talking to his old coach, Nick Saban, about Caleb Williams.
Here's my theory on why NFL quarterbacks fail at such a dramatic rate. To me, expectations are a killer. This kid's got so much media, so much hype, so much expectation on doing well. And he has to develop so quickly to meet the expectations that everybody has for him. It's almost impossible. The expectations are a killer, but yet, to use your word, development is the key for him. You know, like Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions when he was a rookie. He's the most in the history of all.
Manning looks to throw, tipped and intercepted.
It's unbelievable.
Put the nail on it.
But it didn't affect him. It's like the scoreboard. The scoreboard don't mean anything until the game's over.
Actually, a scoreboard doesn't mean anything till the game's over. But it's so true, and it's such a delicate process, as we were talking about last.
But I think it has shattered people. Why didn't it shatter Manning?
Right,
and maybe
right.
that's his family, his background, his dad. Like his dad had some horrific years with the Saints. I mean, it's a new organization.
Yeah, he did.
And so maybe that's the one guy that could handle it. Why did Troy Aikman handle it well? Why do others not handle it well?
Right.
I don't know. That's the one thing about recruiting to free agency to like how they're all talented.
Yes.
Tremendous. How do you find that person that you just like, they can kind of handle it all, whether that's the big paycheck, the getting benched, the getting ripped, the getting praised. Like,
I think that's part of why, they do so many of those psychological tests too, and all those weird questions that sometimes are incredibly offensive sounding. But it's like, you hear somebody going, you hear like a prospect sitting down and somebody's like, so if I slept with your mother last night, what's the first, something like that. And you're like, wait, what?
Right.
But maybe they could choose different questions. But the point there is like, how is this guy going to react emotionally when he's caught off guard?
Right. And just, I don't know why I'm fascinated with this process, but even, dealing with the coaches and players over the years at Sac State, there's been players like that they've recruited that you go, man, their family's rough. Like this is the first person at college. I don't even know how they got here. And then they're like the best leader, incredible example. And then you have other kids that they got everything. And they're just kind of
entitled.
And then they phase it. And it's not everybody's they don't all fall in. That's the problem. It's like, hey, I've gone down this line before and been burned. It's not foolproof.
Oh, sorry, Chris. You looked like you were coming in.
I was just listening intently.
Thank you. It's usually a way where I can tell Chris wants to interject. Anyways, yours was Josh Rosen, mine, Jeff George. Jeff George is the one I thought.
Well, he had a better career than Rosen.
He did. But golly, I thought he was going to be amazing.
I think something also we have to remember is the NFL or football itself is such a team sport.
True.
It's so tough to put everything on one or two players.
It really is.
It's not fair to.
But we do that on quarterbacks.
We do. And it's part of the reason they do get paid a ridiculous amount of money. We've talked about it many, many times. It's the most important position in sports.
Yeah.
Period. End of statement.
Like Joe Montana and Steve Young were both Hall of Fame football players. Well, how much of that was Jerry Rice?
Yeah, they had Hall of Famers with them.
How much of that was the offensive line?
Yeah.
Roger Craig, Tom Rathman. Yeah, it's anyways. The Oakland Ballers, who won 31-5 yesterday.
Covered the spread.
They've opened up an investment round to allow fans to buy stakes into the team.
Okay.
Not STAKES.
Yes.
You're not getting beef.
Right. But it allows a little bit more for them.
That allows a little bit more. With the purchase, they will also get a say in how the team runs its business. And they will elect a fan director.
Good at business.
This sounds like your business model.
This is a little bit of it where now, really curious as to the organizational structure, the fan director. What's the term? How is that fan director created? I'm sure it's an election internally.
Yeah, and what kind of say is it? Like, hey,
they have?
Is it in concessions? Is it like, hey, this is how we're running it? Like, what is it? But I think it's a good concept.
I like where they're going. Now, look, baseball, basketball, football at the major league level, they don't need to do that right now because they're the big hogs. But I love this idea. And really, Jason, if you look at baseball with a squinty eye, baseball truthers, don't come at me. I understand there's money and there's attendance, but baseball in the zeitgeist has been dying more and more. We anecdotally hear stories all the time, including me, where it's like, I used to be into it. Now I'm really. You look at something like this. And then the thing I'm really interested in, I'm really obsessed with the Savannah Bananas, who are a revelation. This little independent team, and the people behind it, the promoters, the idea people are absolute geniuses. And not only do they sell out every game, they travel like a circus and sell out. They come to Sacramento. They're all sold out. And it's baseball, but also other things. Like the fan catches a foul ball, it's an out type of thing. The home run derby to finish. There's all kinds. It's like if we ran something with our stupid ideas, but like actually implemented them and was smart.
All the ideas were used. Yeah.
All the ideas were used. And it's a way, it's not that baseball as a sport is dying. It's the way baseball is run that is killing it from these greedy, crazy owners to the pricing people out, $20 hot dogs. I love the Ballers model because the more you start to have successful ideas, look, people just want to get entertained, man.
Right.
And ultimately, when it comes down to it, do you want to see Aaron Judge hit the home run? Sure you do.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between Aaron Judge hitting a home run and Fred Frisky hitting a home run if it's an entertaining, value-added type environment?
Yeah, I think it's running around the bases backwards.
Yeah, Jimmy Pearsall style.
Right.
Exactly. Have some fun.
I think it's the entertainment part, the community, family, friends. Like that's
right.
what you want to be attached to something. And yeah, it could be from minor leagues to a college to a high school to professional. And you have, maybe more opportunities when you're professional. There's just a little bit more of a draw there. But yeah, it's weird. Baseball is in that weird spot where literally you could see games and you go, man, there's not that many people there. And then I think, Shohei just signed the biggest contract in sports this last. Soto is going to get a ridiculous contract. So they're signing these contracts, yet it's not balancing with some of our eyes are showing us at these ballparks on a nightly basis.
Fans will be able to invest as little as $170 to become shareholders, while the maximum investment is $1.235 million. The team is also saying the estimated value of the club, they're in their first year, is a little over $26 million, based on the Ballers being a minor league team in a major market, along with interest in the club, the fact that they've welcomed over 70,000 fans in their inaugural season. The team now has nearly 50 sponsors. They're on track to do $1 million in merchandise just for the first year alone. Now,
have you seen what I'm trying to think? Who's the lead singer of Green Day?
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Yeah. Have you seen what he's been doing at arenas?
Hasn't he been putting F. John Fisher or something like that?
He's been like crossing out because they're in baseball stadiums.
Right.
And he's been crossing out the A's logo.
Oh, yeah.
And putting the B's logo.
Look, what the Ballers are doing right now, I put a little bit of an asterisk on, and I'm a huge fan of it. But just from a business standpoint, I have to put an asterisk on it because how much of it right now is counterculture to what the A's are doing. And when the A's leave, I'm very curious to see if some of these people will kind of sink out because, in effect, supporting the Ballers is a de facto protest of the Athletics.
Exactly.
So, and that's no disrespect to anything they're doing.
Right.
That's just, I'm just saying.
You're right on that.
Like what they need to do is capitalize on that and then make it, you know what, this is a cool spot to go to. This is fun.
That's exactly right. And by the way, Oakland can support a team. And here we go.
A's could have been.
The biggest FU to John Fisher would be for this to grow and grow and grow.
Correct.
And now all of a sudden you're one of the, if not the most successful minor league team in the entire nation.
Yeah.
But there is also a phenomenon, I think everywhere, but really in this country too, and specifically in this state, from at least my experience, where the outsiders are the cool ones, the insiders are the establishment. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
I'll use two examples, by the way, that I probably shouldn't use. So when I got fired from KHTK and I did my podcast, there was a whole new legion of people that followed that podcast. And I think a lot of it was less about me and more about middle finger to the establishment and how could this happen and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Give you another example. I'm just using this business. Deuce and Mauve enjoyed a tremendously successful career post here.
Right.
The way that was done, I want to be careful here, was kind of gross. I think that was a good launch along with their talent and their effort and their
their
hustle.
Yeah.
But people like a comeback story. People like the outsiders. You look at our competition across town. We're the home of the Kings.
Yeah.
And I mean this with all respect, but we're the heritage station. We're the name brand. We're the Band-Aid,
been here a long time,
whatever. Yeah. They're not the home of the Kings. They're the air quotes outsiders. And I mean that with all the respect in the world. They're cooler than we are. I'm using air quote cooler. Like that is a cooler position to be in the zeitgeist than the name brand, the sellouts, the team mouthpieces. You know, and I'm talking about it from a negative point of view, but this is I'm trying to explain the psychology of what the Ballers are capitalizing on. Very similar to how a lot of Sacramento Republic fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people just love soccer and people will just want to have a good time, but there's also a psychology in being a soccer fan, and Chris will speak to this, where it's kind of cool to not be in the big three. It's kind of cool to latch on to the thing that's not the most popular and to truly enjoy it and then kind of spread the gospel of that thing. That people do that. They're attracted to that. So I think they're on the right track. I am curious as to where it will be in 2 years, but I'm rooting for them too.
Yeah.
I hope they go. I hope they sell out 50,000 a game and middle finger John Fisher all the way home. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, we got some college football notes for you. It's right around the corner. Saturday morning, dude. I got Huddersfield Town at 4:30 a.m. going right into FSU later that day.
Big day.
Man City.
9:30.
9:30.
7 o'clock against Ipswich.
There you go. Ipswich. Oh,
I will be here.
And if watching it, or
I'll be here watching it and running the fishing show.
Do you run the fishing show every weekend?
No, that's Nate.
But Nate's gone or something.
Nate went to Disney World.
Now that you're the APD, can't we do a thing where you just don't work unless it's an emergency outside the 5 days a week?
That's what it is.
No, it's an emergency. You went to Disneyland?
Well, there's
no one else that could do it.
I gotcha. All right, we'll take a break.
Unless you're coming in.
To run the board?
Yeah.
That'd be entertaining. When we come back, I'll show
like that.
Sepp. That would be an actual interesting contrast because Sepp would probably get pissed because he likes the show run a certain way, but also I love Sepp. We always get I'd be curious to see how much rope he'd give me before he just lost his mind.
0.
Yeah, probably right. We'll be right back after this.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand clutch makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect mostly sunny skies today with winds on the increase as we go through the afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 miles per hour, and temperatures ranging in the mid to low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
This Labor Day, head to the Roseville Auto Mall for our biggest sale of the year. It's the only place where you'll choose from 20 top brands. Brought to you by 17 award-winning dealers. The giant Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where selection, savings, and satisfaction meet.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off are subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store lowes.com/credit for details.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day and smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
Don't miss the action as the Kings celebrate 40 years in Sacramento, with this season poised to be the most exciting one yet. It all tips off on opening night at Golden One Center on Thursday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Timberwolves. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, new addition DeMar DeRozan, and all of your Sacramento Kings take the court at thekings.com/tickets to secure your seat for the action.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
I want to close your eyes.
for this.
Tyler Rich,
Be the difference.
Dasha,
Did your boobs stop working?
and more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Labor Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton Turbo Max in stock after rebates.
$12,000 off every Silverado LT Turbo Max at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price.
Labor Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing and lease and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/3/24.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Carmichael Dave. He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
How do you handle this one, Jason? This is a letter to. This is a group chat somewhere for human resources advice. I can't believe I'm writing this, says the person writing this. But several times a day, my new boss says toot toot, and then shifts his body to one side and
toots.
At first, I thought it was some sort of a joke, but he doesn't seem to laugh or be seeking any sort of reaction from the team. It's like he's doing it subconsciously. I've been putting up with it because he's still a lot better than my last boss. But today he randomly said toot, toot, toot. It's the first time he's ever used a third toot. And then let out the most disgusting loud one I've ever heard in my life. It's
stinky.
It's impacting my morale and performance. I tried to tell my colleague about the most recent issue, but she looked shocked and refused to believe that he'd done a third toot. Quote, he only ever does two. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not sure what to do. Does anybody have any advice? I would say thank your lucky stars. That boss sounds super cool.
Yeah. When they said, like, at first I thought he was joking, would that have made it better? Yeah.
Right.
He's like, oh, okay, that's just what he's thinking.
Here comes the toot train.
Like, are they more upset that
it's real?
It's happening,
and
or are they more upset that they're not making a joke out of it?
Yeah, it sounds like they're upset that he's not looking for any.
Yeah,
kind of
I think that makes it
reaction.
funnier.
Yeah,
that he's just rolling along with his day.
But the third toot was really offensive,
right? And God forbid, how much is that person shaking the day they hear a fourth toot?
Yeah, I just
like, do they just run?
I just love that the coworker said, "No, he only does two."
Yeah, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. That's crazy talk.
You need to see him out in the wild too. See if it's a work thing or not.
I mean, I love our bosses and all, but
what if our big boss did that?
Why did you? I had it all together until you put that visual in my head. I would think it would be the greatest day, one of the greatest days of my life.
He puts a conductor hat on.
Oh God, please let that happen. So I don't even know what I'd do, but I would just be smiling ear to ear for about 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I'd run for cover. FSU opens this weekend. I know everybody's excited. College football truly opens a week from this weekend.
Yeah.
It's all I mean, you and I both love college football. I
Yes.
don't want to disrespect college football, but this is, Hard Knocks and training camps and then college. These are all the appetizers.
Right.
This is like the queso dip and the mozzarella sticks, and then boom, you got the steak. It all it means is here we go, and I'm excited.
Yeah, and I for the year ahead for college football, just the adjustments for conference realignment. Wait, who's in what conference? What conference are they in now? Like a lot of that's going to be going on. And then I am excited for the 12-team playoff. I think that has a potential to just be massively successful.
I think you and I are very much in lockstep. Like these conference realignments are stupid. I don't understand them. You got UCLA in the Big Ten. Is it Stanford in the ACC or so? Like it's just so redonk. But whatever. Fine, I can handle that because you're giving me a 12-team playoff.
Right.
And that is just,
oh
my God. And I know the market we're in, as do you, and I get that we are a market that is like college football. Now, that doesn't mean you, sir, or you, ma'am, but as a whole, and there's numbers on this, but I don't need numbers. You don't need numbers. We've done this for years. Every time college football comes, it's like hockey almost. I would just simply suggest, I'll give the same advice people give me that doesn't work for NASCAR. They say, pick a driver, pick a team. I would just say, pick a college, man.
Yeah.
Pick a school. And if you're coming in from scratch and you don't have a school that you're tied to in any way, a relative, a kid, a parent, whatever, pick a good school. I'm saying generally over the last 20, 30 years, good at this. You don't want to pick like Rutgers. I mean, no offense to them, but okay, whatever. You don't want to pick, McNeese State. It doesn't mean you have to pick Alabama or LSU or Michigan, but, be like my best friend, Brett. He has no ties to any school whatsoever. And he picked LSU when we were in 4th grade. I'll never forget. It was always every time we ever played any game, it was Florida State versus LSU. And then I think about 5-6 years later, he fell in love with Bo Schembechler, and that whole thing.
Go get there and get the ball there.
That does sound like Brett, and he became a Michigan fan, and to this day, he is just a diehard Michigan fan.
Oh, wow, he switched from LSU to Michigan.
He did. No ties whatsoever.
Yeah,
just he's a Michigan fan.
Switch. He transferred.
He hit the portal, the early portal.
Will it be weird to not have Harbaugh and Saban in college football this year?
Yeah. Well, Jason, I was thinking about this last night because we talked about it on the show. No Harbaugh, no Saban, no Carroll, no Belichick. And I know we're crossing sports, but football.
Some legends of each. Yeah.
Absolutely. Defending national champion in Harbaugh. Arguably the greatest college coach of all time in Saban. Arguably the greatest NFL coach of all time in Belichick. And Pete Carroll is pretty damn good in both college and the NFL.
And we get Harbaugh now in the NFL. Carroll's gone back to USC to teach. The other two have gone in the media, and I actually think Saban's going to be great. Every time I've seen him, he's been really good on TV.
Talking earlier, even though it wasn't a broadcast, but God, he's a fountain.
He'll be great on game day.
3 toots for Saban.
Yes. Toot.
See him doing that.
Toot.
Oklahoma State has put a QR code on their helmet so supporters can contribute to the school's NIL fund.
Yeah. Right after Coach Gundy had said, tell your agents to tell your players to, stop calling and asking for more money. So, all right, here's my solution. You guys out there can help support our fund.
Look, this is what you get, dude.
It's totally different.
You're betting. You're paying players.
Yeah.
Free market. I don't have any. Not only do I not look, I had a very brief it's so weird. The older I get, the more this stuff should bother me. But I feel like I'm the opposite. Like I used to have a real difficult time with bat flips. I used to have I was always like, oh yeah, he does that. Well, then you better hit the guy in the head next time. And then I got older and I should feel that way more. But instead I'm like, let the guy celebrate. Shut up. It's the same thing with these NIL things. My initial reaction, the first second was like, come on. What are we, next thing you know, we're going to have, what was that one in the UFC? Condom Depot on the side of helmets and God knows whatever sponsor.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. I'm like, so what? This is what you get.
Right.
Now, if you're the one donating the NIL fund, well, that's on you.
Yeah.
But that's also a free market, dude.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. To me, it's personally, it probably is already there. It's going to turn into what it does at the pro level, right? Like if we go back to Caitlin Clark, she was worth so much money to the University of Iowa.
Yes,
so much money. You couldn't have paid her enough for the value she was for that school. She deserved that. But the player or person on whatever other team that you go, oh, they're going to be great. I promised them this, then you go, you just wasted your money. Like. There's going to be the $40 million quarterback signing. You're like, that was a deal. And then the other's like, you paid that guy $40 million?
That's
what's going to happen.
I'm actually cool with, what would be a great rule is that you're allowed to put the barcodes on, but the players are only allowed to get paid based on what the fans donate through those barcodes to the individual players. That's truly free market. Now it's like, oh, okay, you want to, yeah, but then you're going to get into fans raising money for high school seniors to see where. Oh, the number one prospect is going to, Incarnate Word,
right?
Because they raised $10 million. Yeah, all right. Well, that was a dumb
There'll
idea.
be no problems with any of this.
Can't believe you had that idea, Jason. We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? We'll go streaking. And hey, is this Sean Payton clip that popped up in here? Is that just for fun?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't know if we were saving it for anything specific. We talked about Bo Nix earlier. Sean Payton, you spoke of him, the head coach of the Broncos, on how they baited the Raiders a little bit. We'll talk about that next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, The Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I just don't like going to church, man. I don't like the people there. People at church have like coworker vibes.
Ralph Barbosa, the super cool ass tour.
Like some of them are cool, but most of them, they're just being fake nice because they want that promotion. Like if those are the people that are going to be hanging out in heaven, I just go to hell.
Saturday, September 7th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss the hilarious Ralph Barbosa live.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free, and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Toyota's national sales event is on now through Labor Day weekend. Whether on or off-road, make the most out of these final days of summer in a new Toyota truck. Don't miss a low lease on the fully redesigned 2024 Tacoma or financing as low as 0% APR on the 2024 Tundra. It's time to kick up your adventure with Toyota's legendary power and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offer only available on Tundra Capstone. Ends 9/3/24.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who's hot?
Who's hot?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he was 3 of 4 with a home run and a stolen base. That gave him 22 home runs for the year and 60 stolen bases. Only 5 baseball players in the modern MLB have accomplished that feat. De La Cruz joins Ronald Acuna Jr., Eric Davis, Joe Morgan, and Ricky Henderson, who leads the group and had 3 seasons of 20 home runs and 60 stolen bases.
That's pretty impressive also when you consider that stolen bases are much less a thing than when Tim Raines and Vince Coleman. And
yeah. Though they're coming back a bit.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. They have been making a comeback. Who's not?
Managers in Oakland. In the 7th inning of the Rays-A's game, Rays manager Kevin Cash was ejected after arguing with the umpire when Jose Caballero was hit by a pitch, but the umpire did not allow him to go to first, ruling Caballero purposely stuck his elbow out to be hit.
Wow, can't do that.
Not to be outdone, Mark Kotze was ejected after arguing with an umpire after a reviewed call. The Rays ended up getting the win 4-2 over the A's.
Cheaters.
That's right.
It's a bunch of cheaters, those Rays. Who have, I believe they're the only team in baseball currently that has never hosted an all-star game.
Is that right? Wow.
I was trying to look up yesterday because I was thinking, okay, what if the A's stayed here? I was actually trying to look up the requirements for baseball all-star game because, we're never getting an NBA one. So is it different? Honestly, they're not. The NBA is very public with it. Baseball, not so much. Just like, they tend to go with either new or refurbished ballparks. Want to showcase that, but with the NBA, how many hotel rooms and we're not getting one probably in our lifetime.
I mean, if Cincinnati has had it, their downtown's pretty small.
Yeah, really, when you think about all the smaller baseball teams, and really Tampa Bay is the only one that hasn't had it yet. So, and it's not like Tampa Bay's tiny either.
I've been told that their stadium is like going to watch a baseball game in a Costco.
That actually sounds very accurate. Who is nope, we already went over that. Let's find out who didn't get a hit for me today, and let's go streaking. Nope, not that one.
That just skipped it for some reason.
It skipped it.
All right, hold on, I have to go to this one.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking. I don't know why you would say that. You're at 0.
Yeah.
I'm at 1. Chris is at 4. And yesterday, you did take an opening.
I did.
You took Shea Langoliers.
Yeah, I took a random player, no offense to him, on a random team, no offense to them, rather than the Otanis and Judges and Ariases and Jackson Holidays of the world.
Well, Mr. Langoliers did not play.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew he wouldn't go over.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way. You know what? I'm keeping him for. Are they playing today? Yes, they are.
Okay.
12:37. I'm keeping Shea.
I took Ellie De La Cruz, and we just learned that he's hot. He went 3 for 4 yesterday, so I'm now at 2.
Look at you. Isn't that great?
Yay. And Chris was at 4.
You sound excited.
Damn.
Trying to get to 5. Chris took Bobby Whitt, and Bobby Whitt got up 3 times, and Bobby Whitt got a hit. Yeah. So Chris is at 5. I'm at 2. Dave, you're at 0.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that great? Look
at
us.
I love that for you guys. I also love the fact that our listeners can enter to win an online giveaway as Sacktown Sports has teamed up with Tech Shots.
Tech Shot.
To get you laced up with the ultimate state-of-the-art simulated shooting range experience. Now open in Elk Grove. No hassling with our phone lines. Just enter over at sacktownsports.com. Terms and conditions, and maybe additions.
Yeah.
Will apply.
Okay, so you're sticking with Langoliers?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Trey Turner of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Trey Turner. Yep.
I'm going to go with Mr. 2060, Ellie De La Cruz.
Hey, look at him. Look at that. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Niners at 9. We'll talk about the whole Raiders thing. Where are they? As far as
where are they? They're in Vegas.
But since Chris just told me in my ear that we have a minute or two, we were just talking about NIL.
Yeah.
Right. Have you heard the story about what Colorado was doing in the offseason to try to encourage NIL stuff? This absolutely floored me, dude. So their former special teams coordinator, Trevor Riley, was trying to pull in funding for the school's 5430 NIL collective, as they call it. And he went through, for example, the large Mormon community out there, which is, according to him, worth about $3 trillion all put together. I mean, there's definitely money there. But he also spent time in the Middle East during the holidays, lobbying Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund for name, image, and likeness funding on behalf of Colorado football. I never even thought of that, but my goodness gracious, that's going to happen, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's absolutely. Now I'm trying to think, like, what do they get out of it, though? Because there is a industry that is really on the fringes that I've read about before. I think you've heard of this too, where there's like, I'm calling them an investment group loosely, but they will identify young, talented players. And this has happened in baseball with a couple guys. And basically, when they're in the minor leagues or in high school or in college or whatever, these guys will give them a nice amount of money. If you're a great prospect, they'll give you $1 million. And the deal is that if you make the major leagues, they get X% of your first contract. So the collateral is these guys' future, and in some cases, like 10%, 20% of your first contract. And the legalities have been explored and this and that, whatever, but would not shock me at all. Imagine you're a college kid, you're poor, you're a high school kid, you're poor, whatever.
Even if you're wealthy.
Yeah. And the PIF comes around and says, hey, check it out, we'll give you $10 million, right, but we own 20% of you for life. And it's a risk for both sides. But money is a strange thing. Chris, would you take $10 million from the PIF if you had to give them 20% of your future income?
No.
See? Me neither. We'll take a break. What if they call and they were like, hey, look, we're in sports.
Just about to.
We're getting into radio now.
Yeah.
$40 million for 10%.
Ooh, so there is a price for Chris. We'll take a break. When we come back, Niners at 9. And where does that Raider rivalry, if it exists, land? And who would be their biggest rival right now? We'll do that next.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender, in the paint, soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento, it's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker. I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. And Chad, I got to admit, there is a buzz going on around the dealership.
That's because we have huge savings up to $14,000 off MSRP on hard-to-find new 2024 Ram Heavy Duties. And with over 400 new Ram trucks available, there's no other way to describe it except Hoblet's Ramapalooza.
Okay, well, what's this brand new Hoblet certified pre-owned super center I keep hearing about?
We are super excited to celebrate the grand opening of the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. We have over 200 used cars available and over 80 under 20,000. Whatever type of car you need, Hoblet can help.
You've got to see the new Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center for yourself. Check out their full inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$14,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Ram 2500 Laramies after $8,000 Hoblet dealer discount and $6,000 factory rebates. Rebates may include $3,000 in Hoblet Select coupons. Hoblet trade-in assistance up to $2,000. Rebate for eligible trade-ins. All coupons available while supplies last. 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
You want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich.
Be the difference.
Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Hey, listen up. Get ready for an incredible lineup of live music and events with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. First off, it's Michael Franti at the Backyard in Sacramento on August 23rd. And Soul Fest 24 Live will be at Thunder Valley August 24th. Then take a trip back in time with 80s Rewind at Thunder Valley on September 1st. September 4th, it's Montgomery Gentry bringing their rockin' country to the Crest Theater. Then Train and REO Speedwagon will be at the Toyota Amphitheater on September 6th. And the Doobie Brothers are appearing there on September 10th. Also on September 6th, check out live music at Crawdads on the Lake with Jared Neiman. And you don't want to miss the Lodi Grape Festival, September 12th to the 15th, featuring Joe Nichols and Smash Mouth. And you'll laugh out loud with George Lopez at Hard Rock Live Sacramento, September 21st. And looking ahead, it's Bad Religion at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 19th. And that's your Sacktown Sports live events calendar, keeping you up to date on the hottest live shows in town.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, here's a real quick note because we're live and local. You know, it's currently 65 degrees and partially cloudy outside. Tomorrow, the high will be 77 with a low of 56 and some clouds.
In August in the summertime. There you go.
Love it.
There you go.
Love it. Yeah. Love it. Love it.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I do too.
Really?
Yeah.
Take a look at Monday.
Yeah, 102 on Tuesday, 98 on Monday because
it's still summer.
Summer's about to go toot toot once again.
One more toot.
Yeah, one more toot. You know what? This is called false fall. Happens every year. Mm-hmm. Every year.
Much like false summer.
Yeah, exactly. Just to remind everybody, it will be in the 90s at a minimum until the second week of October.
Yeah.
Yeah, but false summer is a white lie compared to false fall, which is a horrible lie.
Horrible
It's the worst lie. Yeah, I literally left the house this morning. I go, ooh. I just went back in, grabbed the sweatshirt.
Same here. I went.
It's a little bit chilly.
Put a little vest on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Former Arizona Cardinals GM Steve Keim has launched a company called Brand Boss LLC, which specializes in talent evaluation and recruiting services. Today, the company helped secure, we were just talking about investments, a scholarship offer for Arizona State for quarterback Link Frazier, the son of former Eagles third-round pick Derek Frazier. 6'3", just $180 right now from Chandler, Arizona. Now becomes the next member of the Sun Devils, but they're going to need to wait.
Because?
He's in 8th grade. He's in 8th grade. By the way, there's a picture of the young man and this guy together. You can look this up on Twitter because Adam Schefter tweeted it recently. I think if this guy walked in and tried to negotiate anything with me, I would tell him yes, because I would be so scared. I don't know if someone's goosing him. If I mentioned meth earlier, I don't know, but
his teeth look pretty good for you.
Yeah, that's a great point. But my God, this guy his eyes are wide. It's the opposite of the Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman movie. Eyes wide open. Jason. We told you earlier, by the way, because we're going to transition into the Raiders here. Sean Payton, who said Bo Nix is going to be the first rookie starting quarterback for the Broncos since 1983, when a guy named John Elway, I think is how you pronounce it, did it. But he talked about a little strategy with Las Vegas.
Our concern right behind us were the Raiders, and then it was like, well, call the Raiders and see, tell them we might want to move back to see if And so there was this. They didn't want to move up, and then there's that minute you wait, and then we'll stay put, and the Jets make their pick, and then here we are.
What was the reaction like in the draft room?
It was outstanding. It was outstanding. It was
okay. I'm confused, and again, I'm not smart. If they're drafting ahead of the Raiders and they want Bo Nix,
take Bo Nix.
Why are they calling the Raiders to see if they? What was the point of that?
Well, because I think the Raiders wanted a QB. So, like, if the Raiders are going to give them the world, then you trade, right?
I think what he was saying was it was making them look like they're going back, so that the Raiders will think, oh, they're not getting a quarterback, because they were worried that the Raiders are going to trade.
So they were trying. Oh, they were worried the Raiders were going to try to trade up.
Yes.
So to prevent the Raiders possibly from trading up to get Bo Nix, they made it sound like they didn't want Bo Nix and might be willing to trade back.
Like if the Raiders think the Broncos need a QB, and they're calling the Raiders saying like, hey, we're looking to trade back. Like, oh, well, we're going to get our guy.
Why is it in drafts, and really, I'm sure there's more exceptions, but the one I can think of is Antoine Jameson and Vince Carter. Why are there not more trades, I've always wondered, after a player's been picked? Like, I'm going to wait, Jason, you're ahead of me in the draft. I'm going to wait because this guy might slip to me.
Yeah.
And maybe I could trade. I want to trade up to grab that draft position, but that's a gamble because maybe somebody ahead of you takes him. Why do we not see more when it's like, oh, Jason, you got the guy I wanted. Okay, I'm going to call him right now. Hey, dude, what if you give me the rights to Christopher Laud in exchange? I will trade you my pick. And guess what? You just made a third round or a fourth round. Why don't we see it? Right. Like, why don't we see that more? And I'm talking about in football and basketball.
Right. Yeah, it's a good question, because a lot of times when you make the trade before, it's like, hey, it's an unknown. We don't know who the pick is. But once the pick is assigned and now taken to a team, if that's the player you want, go get him.
Should ask Monty.
Yeah.
You got to talk to him first. Yeah, get him on. Does he still do radio?
Yeah.
Miss Monty. The Niners play the Raiders tomorrow. Can't wait for this one. If the Niners win, I guarantee you the reaction from people like me is going to be, it's preseason. All right, good to see that. Blah, 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 blah. If the Raiders win, because the Niners are starting their 8th level offensive guard, can we wear a jersey?
You think so? You think that's coming?
I promise you it's coming.
From like 2 people or a ton?
2. I'll put the over under at 3.5 in our chat. Because this chat is like moths to a light bulb for births.
Are they not a rival for you?
That's literally the only reason they're a rival is because I know a lot of Raider fans and it's kind of fun to do whatever. But if I'm being honest, no, they're not. Yeah. They're not.
You don't play them that much.
No, you don't play them that much. And you're talking about two franchises that are in completely different leagues. Yeah. And I don't mean AFC, NFC. I mean, one is one of the most successful franchises of the last decade, and the other is one of the least successful franchises of the last decade. They're just not. But look, if I'm being also honest, if the Niners were to play the Jags or the Niners were to play the Raiders, regardless of record, I'm more fired up for the Raiders one.
Sure.
But that's just because of my friends.
Yeah. So as a Niner fan, where do you rank the rivals right now? Who is your number one rival, or do you think the team thinks it's their number one rival?
So classically, it's the Rams. Growing up, it was the Rams. It's a, Northern California, Southern California rivalry. And although, recently they've had some clashes, especially in the NFC Championship, it doesn't feel like I don't get fired up for that game other than it's a divisional game.
Okay.
Then it became the Seahawks.
For sure.
Boy, was that a rivalry.
That was hot for a good couple years.
Richard Sherman, Michael Crabtree.
Harbaugh and Carroll.
Harbaugh, just that whole thing. That was
good.
That was as intense of a rivalry as I've felt in sports for any of my teams.
And the games were good. Like some of the finishes right down to the end. Yeah.
I would say the three biggest major sports rivalries I've felt in my life as a fan, in no particular, number one, Kings Lakers, 2000, early 2000s, nothing like it. Number two, definitely Niners Seahawks. That was far more of a blood feud than I feel like the Niners Rams ever were. And then probably third, I know it's random for old heads, but man, for a while people think I'm going to say the Giants and Dodgers. The Giants and Astros Astros were in the NL West. Mike Scott, Bob Knepper, those years. Roger Craig was trying to build the team. God, I hated those bastards. But your question is, who is their biggest rival?
Cowboys? Eagles?
Those were literally the two names I was going to put out there. The Cowboys, again, that rivalry was more to me than the Niners Rams, and that might be because I'm not that old,
right?
But also, 90s Niners Cowboys. Those are the two best teams in the NFL.
Yeah. Chiefs.
That's weird. It's so weird because they should be. And granted, obviously, you play the Chiefs, it's a big deal,
right?
And the Chiefs have beaten the Niners twice in the Super Bowl, including overtime last year. I mean, these teams are right there with each other. The Chiefs have just been that much better.
Yeah.
But it's not as big of a rivalry, I think, as I feel like it should be. Like, I guarantee you Raider fan hates the Chiefs more than I do.
Oh, yeah, there's way more history, like long-term history there.
Yeah.
But
I want to beat the Chiefs' butts, but I'm not like, oh, I hate them. The Cowboys are but no, the other team you mentioned was the Eagles. Mm-hmm. So last year in the regular season, that was the game I was most fired up for.
Yeah.
I was most fired up for that because of what they did in the NFC Championship game the year before with Brock Purdy getting hurt and that whole deal.
Yeah. So the Chiefs this year then? Because you play the Chiefs.
Jason, that's a great question because you're asking basically what game in the regular season this year will I be the most fired up for? So you're going to have and by the way, a lot of this also depends on start.
Right.
Oh, God. You want to talk about rivalry freaking month? You got, the rivalry month is October for the Niners because you're going to Seattle on the 10th of October. You come home on the 20th and you play the Chiefs. And then you follow that up the following week at home against the Cowboys. You go Seahawks, Chiefs, Cowboys. That's redonk. The Lions will be fun. Second to last game of the year because of last year.
Yeah.
That's an up-and-coming team, and that game could mean a lot and could also be another NFC Championship preview. At the Bills is going to be interesting. Chiefs. What it narrows down to is which game am I more fired up for? Chiefs, Cowboys. I would say if the Cowboys are sitting there and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games into the season, that would be game 8 for the Niners. The Cowboys are like 6-1, 7-1, 7 and whatever. and this is like as jacked up as it was last year, probably I'd edge towards the Cowboys. But short of that, yeah, you're playing the team that got you an OT. Right. The problem there, though, is it's like last year's Philly game with the asterisk. It's like, well, we got them. Like, let's say the Niners beat the Chiefs next year.
Yeah.
Well, we got them in the regular season. Yeah. Let's wait, And by the way, you never know, too. I mean, that's too early in the season, but I was thinking, the Chiefs have a nice big fat lead over there. And they just say, you know what, we're good. We don't want to show too much to these guys. We might see them later, type of thing. It is interesting.
No mention of Arizona, huh?
No,
it's just not it, huh?
No, not really. Yeah. Look, Arizona's one of those teams where, when it comes to the NFC West, if the Niners can't, like when Arizona played the Steelers in the Super Bowl, I was fully rooting for Arizona. They're like the Clippers of the NFL. Just that'd be cool to let them. They should have had that win. God, right. James Harrison, man. But I've never hated the. I don't think. I'm trying to think of anyone on Arizona I've ever hated.
Yeah, just kind of left alone.
They're just kind of like, oh, you guys,
you're here.
So Kyler Murray, you're tiny. Oh, but you're good. Oh, but you're injured.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we got some baseball notes for you, including this clip we're going to play you of Greg. It's actually Javi Lopez talking about Greg Maddux. Nice. They used to catch him all the time. We'll do that right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints of the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Quick shout out. I like to shout out something I didn't really like when I was younger that I've grown to really love. Shout out to the Mighty Banana. It's just a banana.
You didn't like it when you were?
I didn't like the texture. It was mushy and weird. And I don't, to this day, I don't like what I say overly ripe, but technically ripe bananas. Like maybe a couple of brown spots, but I like young bananas.
Fine young bananas.
Young banana, old banana.
Right. I like, like the peel is completely yellow. Not like where the banana is crisp, but like, it's got a little snap to it. I don't like
snap.
I don't want mushy brown banana, and I get you make banana bread out of them, but I'm good.
But you're trying to eat the banana. You don't want banana bread.
No, I don't want banana
at that
bread.
time.
Not at that time. Question, Jason Ross, for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, because I am curious, because I know what I think. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate my nuts.
Excuse me?
The macadamia nuts you're eating that I brought in. Because I really like these. I feel like they're salted just enough, but I'm always curious about everybody has different tastes in nuts.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
These particular are very good.
Yeah. Right?
I really like them.
Chris, you had my nuts during the break, and I brought these in. This is a Sam's Club edition of macadamia nuts.
I think macadamia nuts is an underrated nut.
You're so right. On Mount Nutmore, not even doing a bit, dude. On Mount Nutmore, that was in the Chris is saying things off the air, and you need to not do it. On Mount Nutmore for me. Now, can we use flavored? Would that count in your
flavor to the particular
nut? So here's my question: like, is it just peanut, or is it honey roasted peanut? Can I?
No, I think you just go the basic.
Okay, because number one to me would be Blue Diamond Smokehouse almonds.
The almonds,
but I don't. But regular almonds against regular every other nut would be like 8th.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it was no flavoring, probably number one to me would be macadamia. Number 2 would be peanut. Number 3 would be cashew. Number 4 would be walnuts. Move everyone down. Number 1 would be pistachio. I forgot about the lovely pistachio. And then go down the list.
No pecan? Brazil nut?
Actually, I put pecan 3. Brazil nuts are too big. They just are. Brazil nuts are monsters. They really, truly are. I don't mind them, but putting an entire Brazil nut in your mouth it's just a lot of nut.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
macadamia nut chocolate chip cookies are great. White chocolate macadamia nut.
It may be my favorite cookie.
Yeah, 100%.
It may be.
Sometimes they put a little bit of coconut in there, and that's just.
It may be I honestly. And by the way, chocolate covered macadamia nuts. By the way, guys, and I want to thank whoever the hell instant messaged me yesterday. Thank you for that. Sometimes social media is good. You know, we had. Speaking of Mount Rushmore, I'm glad I remember this. We had Mount Saxmore yesterday, and I think we had some combination of MASH, Pink Panther, Careless Whisper. We had like 4, and then there was like a couple more we mentioned. I am so disappointed in myself above all, but really everybody, probably not Chris because he's not as old as you and me. We missed a surefire 100%, without a doubt, guaranteed it's on the Mount Rushmore list. You have any idea where I'm going?
Nope.
And I think you're going to 100% agree with me. I wish I could cue it up to the actual part, but I'm going to try to get close here. And I'd like to publicly apologize. Jerry Rafferty, who I'm not sure if he's with us or not. Wait, I think there's one more here. Yeah. When you're talking Mount Saxmore, just listen. So good.
Baker Street?
Baker Street. Just, I got the message last night. I was like, you gotta be crapping me. How did... Yeah, here it is.
Oh.
I mean, it's fine.
Figure out how we...
Well, not that one. Just thank you to whoever sent that to me.
Jerry Rafferty did.
Yeah. We should have known, Jason.
Yeah.
No, we did.
I'll take the L on that.
Jared Bryant got me on
Jared
on Facebook. Really well done. By the way, he kind of looks like John Lennon.
Oh wow! I don't think I've seen.
I don't think I've ever seen Jerry Rafferty either.
Yeah.
Jerry with a G, by the way, so that's a couple of points off. But
-2.
There with a couple of exceptions, Petrie being one. I don't like Jerry with a G, and I don't like Jeff with a G.
Yeah.
Gee off.
How about Jason
with a G? Mm-hmm. I've never seen that, but
that's out there.
It has to be.
Yeah.
But the problem there, not that there's anything wrong with that, there'd be a lot of mispronunciations. Mm-hmm. A lifetime of mispronunciations.
Yes.
Yeah. Not there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. Baseball notes for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan Webb did great.
He did. Do you have the Greg Maddux thing? I'm anxious for this.
Yeah, I honestly, I went with Logan Webb first because I see that Chris is talking to our dear friend Angie right now. You got the Greg Maddux thing? I just saw you were a little busy. All right, so this Greg Maddux documentary, which I cannot wait to watch, just keeps turning out, speaking of absolute gems. And this is one where his old catcher, Javi Lopez, with the Braves, was explaining just how much of an absolute psycho Greg Maddux was when it came to in-game strategy. And the setup here, as I vamp, is, we're good to go, is Greg Maddux pitching to the great, probably clean Jeff Bagwell.
We were regular season, and we were winning like 8-0. It was easy game in the 8th inning. And he told me, don't throw anything inside on Bagwell. Call everything outside. And I said, okay. I think it was somebody on. And he wants to go inside. And I, okay, it's your game. So I went inside, called inside, and Bagwell hit like 1,000-mile. Oh, boy, Bagwell, way back. And I was mad. And I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, they got a good team. We got a good team. We're going to play them in the playoff. He's going to wait for that pitch. 3 months later, we're in the playoff, bases loaded in the 7th. We threw 3 straight changes and struck him out. And I was walking to the dugout. He goes, hey. And I looked at him and said, you remember 3 months ago, 2 months ago? And I said, no, I don't. He was looking for that pitch, the homer that he hit. And I was like, this guy. It's how smart he was.
Just
setting him up for months later. How good is that?
Now, is there any part of you, by the way, that is tempted to call BS on that?
Yeah.
A little bit, but also I can believe it with Greg Maddux. Chris, Chris, real quick, can you give me some geography? Aren't Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic close? Or like is that the one that's on the same island?
No, that's Haiti.
Okay, so but they're like next to each other.
Yeah, they're all kind of close to each other.
You know how we talk about like I always say British accents are super cool, and then everybody kind of ranks their you know what is an absolutely underrated accent is Puerto Rican / Dominican Republic baseball accent. Like Javi Lopez sounds very much like Sammy Sosa there to me, like similar type of accent. And I could listen to him read the phone book. It just feels baseball-y to me. I feel like it's a very underrated. We don't give enough honor and attention to the Puerto Rican Dominican Republic baseball accent. And I just want to honor it.
Okay. It's been honored. You're right. We don't give it enough.
We don't.
Yeah.
Take a break. MC says that, was it cashews? I don't know nut nutrition. But MC says, I think he said cashews are basically there's like no nutrition in them. Is that true? Or some nuts more? Yeah, cashews. He says it's almost pointless in the nutrition department. I didn't know that. Never thought about that. Like, are some nuts healthier than other nuts? Well, they're all healthy. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch, this day in sports history, and so much more coming up next.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect mostly sunny skies today with winds on the increase as we go through the afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 miles per hour, and temperatures ranging in the mid to low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
This Labor Day, head to the Roseville Auto Mall for our biggest sale of the year. It's the only place where you'll choose from 20 top brands. Brought to you by 17 award-winning dealers. The giant Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where selection, savings, and satisfaction satisfaction meet.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with a purchase of a phone and activation by September 2nd, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey, it's me, your liver. You know, the organ that helps you recover every weekend after pizza, donuts, and all those drinks. When you have a headache, you take an aspirin. You have a stomachache, you pop an antacid. But where's the love for your best buddy, the liver? The least that you could do to help me stay healthy is take Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver tablets contain high-quality, all-natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke, and turmeric extracts, which are proven to keep me healthy and you feeling your best. Active Liver provides an easy daily detox and helps protect me all year long. So let me make you an offer you can't refuse. You take care of me with Active Liver, and I keep taking care of you. Capiche?
See for yourself why Active Liver is Scandinavia's #1 liver health supplement. You can find Active Liver at CVS and online at Amazon, Target.com, or directly from NewNordicUSA.com. Again, find it in stores at CVS or online at Amazon, Target.com, or NewNordicUSA.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
My kids call me Tom. So unnerving. Every day, the older one's like, "How you doing, Tom?" I go, "Hey, I'm not your fucking stepdad, all right? I wish I was. It'd be a lot easier, but I'm not."
From his multiple Netflix specials, comedian Tom Segura brings his new tour, Come Together, to the venue at Thunder Valley September 5th. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Tom Segura, Come Together.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, kids are expensive, man. I just got this email from the school. Let's go around the room. I see Simone's in there too. She can participate. So my daughter's band they take this trip to Disneyland every year to play and, music and whatever.
Will she have her trumpet with her?
She better. I ain't taking it to her if she forgets. Here's what's included. Bus transportation down and back. It's like a nice bus, a little bathroom on it, that type of thing. Festival registration. A Disneyland or, it says, California Adventure ticket, so one of the two. A ticket to the LA Philharmonic. A ticket to the Grammy Museum. And 2 nights at a hotel. Plus, chaperoning and whatever.
Okay.
What would you say would be a fair cost for that?
Give me the overall things again.
Bus transportation there and back. Festival registration. Either a Disneyland or a California Adventure ticket. LA Philharmonic ticket. A ticket to the Grammy Museum. And 2 nights in a hotel. Now, they share. That's important. I think they all have a roommate. But, you know, all of that. It's a 3-day trip. You leave on Friday the 4th and you come back Sunday the 6th.
I'm at $750.
$750. Christopher Lod.
I am going to say $850 sounds good. I'm going to say $900.
$900. There's Simone left, right?
Yes.
Okay. I feel better. Estimated cost between $675 and $725. You both were pretty much on it.
Okay, my first number was $650, and I went up. I go, you know what? The school may try to make some money.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of I think I should have asked like what the hotel.
Yeah, it's not like the Four Seasons,
Yeah,
but
but
it's,
even
it's not Motel 6.
I mean, sharing a room is still $100 a night,
Yeah,
right? Let's just put 100. So that's
Right.
2 nights, 200.
Yeah.
The bus, I don't know, 50 per. And then each of those tickets, I mean, Disneyland, what, $100, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah,
now, roughly?
I think it is around.
So in the other 2 places, I don't know, I've kind of put it 100. So
And-
yeah, I don't think that's terrible.
And by the way, let me be clear. I love this school. I love that there's so many schools that don't even have music programs. This is in no way a shot at that. Like, I adore this school and the fact that they do this for the kids. But man, there's also, I just have the list of everything this year. There's also music in the park in May, and that costs, they do that at Great America. There's a little thing every year they do, and that's $125. That's like, you know, what is it, 700? Let's call it the middle. It's like $825. Well, she's not even in college yet. What the hell? Why do people have kids? What do you get? They just take and take and take, and they forget their trumpets. You think I'm bitching now? Wait till next year, when she's hopefully going to American River College, baby. Beavers. I don't think that's happening.
Where's she going?
She's narrowed it down to 5. Mm-hmm. Knock on wood. Number 1, UCLA. Number 2, USC. I know. Number 3, Columbia. Number 4, I'm rooting for it, Cambridge. Number 5, University of Washington. I know, like, I'd love that too. Seattle's great.
Man, is UCLA the cheapest of those?
No. Oh,
it's in state.
It is in state. Yeah, that I don't know. I'm just worried she's not going to get into any of them, and she will not take that. Well, like, I won't say I'm more stressed out than her because she's a stress case, but I'm really like, how do you explain that?
Did you have any family members go to any of those schools?
No, my parents went to FSU.
I mean, like, that would probably be like, of the big schools, that'd probably be the.
Well, the thing is, I don't like, the problem with talking about this is someone's going to find a way to, I know somebody really well on the board at USC, but she wants to go to UCLA. But I don't even know. I don't think I'm going to tap any of that. You know what? I will say this. I'm just going to confess this. And I know this is incredibly draggable, but I'm just, again, this is a safe space. No, it's not. And honesty is. I would do anything short of committing a crime. No. I would do
commit a crime.
I would do, huh?
You would commit a crime.
Yeah, well, okay. Here. I would do anything short of committing a felony or harming someone to get my little girl into whatever call. Like, it's like, who is the actress that like forged her kid's way into you?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't do that.
Lori,
Yeah, because you'd go to jail.
Right, but I'm saying, like,
But what if you knew you weren't going to? You had a safe bet.
It goes back to the whole cheating at cards thing. I feel like, okay, so you're asking basically, if I knew I wasn't going to get caught, would I do something illegal or really morally wrong to get my daughter into school? Here's why I wouldn't do it. This is just, again, how my brain, not because I'm a good person, but because I would truly believe that if I did that that something bad would happen to my daughter because she got in for bad reasons.
Right. That's why all those rich people have.
I know, but it wouldn't happen to them, but it would happen to my little girl. And I can't. And she's worked very hard she's worked really hard. But the problem is, man, colleges, dude. Colleges are insane to get into.
Best case scenario for you is she gets into her dream school and it's going to cost you like.
That's what I'm saying, dude. She gets
$1,000.
it. That's the conversation I'm waiting on is
Right.
Daddy, oh my God, like she's freaking out. She's crying. I got into UCLA. And then it's, oh my God, that's another job's worth of money every month. And like, I've always told her, like, you do your part, you work hard. I don't care what your mother and I have to do. We will make sure you can go.
You know, she can get a great education at some of our wonderful Los Rios colleges.
So I have been split on that because I was a high school dropout. I didn't have the experience. And logically speaking, the right move would be for her to go to Sierra, ARC, Sac City, whatever, for 2 years, pay nothing damn near, and then go to college. You save half the money, half the student loans, and you get the same degree. But in talking to like 1,000 people about it and just listening to everyone, I really want her to have the 4-year experience. I want her to go away, do the whole thing, the Greek pledging, bloody blue, whatever. She's big into
seeing those videos popping up.
That's the thing, man. I know. That's what kills me is when she's gone. Like, what if she goes to the school and it's like, oh, drink the bottle for the thing, or and we have talks about that all the time.
I forgot the beer bong. Can you come and bring it to me?
All right, let's get off this before I start freaking out here. But you think I'm a psycho now.
We don't think it.
Just wear protection. That's all I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, I caught that, Chris. Rays and A's tonight. Also a little preseason. Giants are off. Colts, Bengals, Bears, Chiefs. Jason, you have to watch one of those.
Okay.
Which one?
Bears, Chiefs.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's playing in that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I probably would too. Mahomes versus.
Though I'm kind of fired up by the Colts because of our song.
The song?
Yeah. That got me going.
How could you not be fired up by that, Jason? If you guys missed it earlier, every team should do this. I would invite I really want a Kings fan to do this. I really want somebody from, because apparently this guy does it before, I would guess, every game because this is first stinking preseason game. But I don't know his name. Oh, his name's Seth, it says, at ICE8859. I've already sent him a tweet asking if he does it live. Here's his Colts versus Bengals preseason song. And why is that not working? Did you turn me down too, pal? Colts versus Bengals preseason song. Here we go. He is excited, Jason.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Bengals. Let's cook them and eat their stripes. This is our team. Go Colts.
It really comes together with the winning at the end.
Yeah.
But also, now that I've heard it a third time, how great would it have been if he was like, let's beat the Bengals, let's cook them and eat their guts in front of their parents.
Wow.
Like, what if it just took a total, like,
it kind of was going there, but
dark,
not quite that bad.
Yeah, and eat their stripes?
Yeah.
What is that?
Their outer coating.
A little pitchy, a little karaoke. I give it an 8. He moves on to the next round. On this day, August 22nd, 1989, Nolan Ryan strikes out Ricky Henderson for his 5,000th strikeout. And I've always wondered this. I know Ricky Henderson's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But he had 5,000 strikeouts. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, good thing he stole all those bases.
Good thing he stole all those bases. Golly. You have 5,000 strikeouts. I'm sorry. You're not great.
Yeah, you're not using a bat up there.
You're not using it. Yeah. Or if you are, it's made out of Swiss cheese.
Right.
Right. If you missed it earlier, here's a little kid being interviewed, a little kid Raider fan, and it's the most realistic Raider fan I've ever heard get interviewed, and he looks like he's maybe 12.
If you're so into the NFL, you know your Raiders, I can tell right here. How are you feeling with the team this year?
We're not going to the Super Bowl. I already know it.
We got a realistic Raiders fan here. This is odd. This is the first interview I've ever had like this. The Super Bowl chances, they're not good, but what is it going to take for the Raiders to have a successful season, you think?
Not to get arrested.
And you got to hand it to him because, honestly, that's my whole thing. You set expectations low, nobody gets arrested.
Yeah.
It's a winning season, baby. Right. We'll take a break. When we come back, crosstalk, celebrity birthdays, and more right after this.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Hi, this is Frank LaRosa. And this is Scott Marsh. Join us weekly for Golf to Go right here on Sacktown Sports. We talk to all the local golf experts in the area and give you the latest on all the courses as well.
And not to mention all the golf legends and celebrities, along with all the latest in equipment and tournaments too.
Most importantly, we'll just have some fun talking about a game that's fun to play.
You know it's my favorite hour of the week, Frank.
Golf to Go, Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. right here on Sacktown Sports. Give us a listen. I think you'll enjoy it.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, when the A's blanked the Rays 3-0 on the 19th, it marked the A's 11th shutout this year, and that's third best in the American League. It also was their 54th win, so 16 more for 70. Now, the A's won just 50 games a year ago, so a 20-game improvement last year to this year, that would be pretty impressive.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver. That includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch at Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay to store bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV and price subject to change.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
You want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha.
And
And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Labor Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton Turbo Max in stock after rebates.
$12,000 off every Silverado LT Turbo Max at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price.
Labor Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing and lease and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/3/24.
Great deal at Maida.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
So when I was doing Ballers, one of the games is a BART race, and I was making my reel a couple days ago, so I'd never seen this before. I never caught it before, so I'm going through all the video, and the colors of the BART cars are blue, yellow, and green. And green won, and I'm literally listening to it. Green! And I did, and I'm just sitting there by myself, no one to tell.
Where is the? Oh, so you didn't? There's no audio.
There is, but I don't know if it would do it justice. I'm just sitting there listening. I said, "Oh, green!"
By the way, breaking Alan Styles news during the break, he had some of my nuts, and as Jason, you and Chris earlier had enjoyed, and apparently he has only had macadamia nuts in a cookie. This is
great.
This is his first raw
in the
nut,
wild.
Yeah, in the wild macadamia nut experience.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I'm in.
Okay,
right.
I'm in. I like nuts and legumes.
There's a legume bean.
I believe so. Right.
Right.
Yes.
No? Right. Yeah. Isn't it the bean family?
Yes.
And is it legume or legume or something?
I don't know.
It's legume. I feel like it's something.
There's a lot of words.
Legum.
I find this with musical artists too, especially these young rappers or whatever.
Right, young rappers.
These words that I never actually say out loud, right? Like a last name or something that I've never had to say out loud, and then I get on the radio and I say it.
Mispronounce.
So Chris helped me with, or corrected me on, I just said ION for where the WNBA's been playing. And Chris was like, it's ION.
ION.
I've never said it out loud. I've never had a purpose to say it out loud before.
People that say biopic.
Yeah, biopic is one. My son came to me once, and he has two. One, he was reading, I think this was in 9th grade. It was kind of an older book. I think it was last year. And he goes, "Daddy, what does sonafabich mean?" I was like, sonafabich?
No.
And then I asked him to show it to me because I was truly stumped.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
It's someone exclaiming that.
Yes.
And they run it all together.
It's almost together.
So it makes it real quick.
100% correct. That's that.
You don't have it?
So it's no. So it's somebody was saying, they were exclaiming in the book, "You son of a."
Oh.
But it was almost together as one word, and he didn't know. The other one, I won't say. I'll just give you a hint. But he asked me what a vagina was.
No.
I'll call him right now. Okay. I swear on my kids. Because he
okay, you better answer this right, or you're gonna die.
He didn't recognize the word as he said it. He thought it was spelled differently. So then he read the word, which, think about it. How often do you read that word in a book? And he didn't know what the hell it was.
Depends on what you're reading.
And I laughed a lot. And to this day now, we kind of drag him. We drag him about that. Anyways, speaking of celebrity birthdays, I don't know. I didn't have a segue. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Cookies are meant to be spent. What? Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends. Don't multitask. And nobody brings family and friends together more than Crumble Cookies and our dear friend, Crumble Ambassador Chris.
Cookies are spent to be with birthdays.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Soda effect. Exactly. Who's up?
Happy birthday today to Dua Lipa.
I don't know what. You know what?
Oh, I thought it was Dua Lipa.
True story, when I was helping out, they called me the hit doctor with Rancho Cordova Little League, met one of the grandfathers of one of the players. His daughter is Dua Lipa's hairdresser. He's telling me how they're on. Of course, they're on. One time they were on a yacht, and it was too cold or something, and Dua Lipa says, "Are you guys cold?" And they said, "Yeah, we're cold." Called a helicopter, got the heck out of there, went to the Bahamas or something.
Well, who amongst us though hasn't?
buying it.
And I'm pretty sure. Why would this guy make this up? I'm just walking around.
Sounds like something I would say to you.
You guys know this song?
If you wanna go in it. Yeah.
This song is great. I heard it for the first time like a year ago.
I've always been the one to say
It's such a good song.
Yeah.
I don't think I know any of her other songs.
I do think that I don't know. I believe. Oh no! You know what? I'm confusing her with someone else who I thought was older than.
So a different hairdresser?
No.
Okay.
It was Dua Lipa, but there's another artist. I think it's Charlie XCX. She's older than you think. I think Dua is 25.
Is she related to Single Lipa? She had a little brother named Trippo.
If you mess up on Valentine's, you'll be single.
See that?
25.
Well, by the way, Hit Doctor's going to stick. I will say Dua Lipa's 26.
I will say 28.
Chris is closer, 29.
Wow, she's old.
I was right.
Happy birthday to Kristen Wiig.
Bridesmaids.
Kristen Wiig is 45.
Where'd she go?
What do you mean? Doing movies.
Yeah.
Is she?
She did this MacGruber series.
Well, and I heard she was, or not that she was terrible, but that Wonder Woman was just not good.
Yeah, she was good at it.
Never saw it. She's 45.
That's what I said.
Oh,
she's
44.
51.
We have a correct answer. She is 51.
Wow. Chris is just on fire.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Don't get nervous.
Let's go with LaMelo Ball.
Ooh.
Had a ball. LaMelo Ball is 24.
It's either 23 or 24.
Yeah.
23.
22.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Stiles, 23.
I'm back.
Hit Doctor.
The Hit Doctor.
The Hit Doctor.
Happy birthday to Max Crosby.
Oh, not
He's
Mid
the Hit
Crosby.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Mad Double X Crosby.
Yeah, 2X.
He is 20.
Yeah.
8.
One of two. It's 28 or 29.
29. I agree.
It's 29.
27.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Law,
No!
27 for Max Crosby.
The Hit Doctor.
Happy birthday to Adam Thielen.
Now he's good.
Oh, with Chris out?
He is 33.
Yeah, that's probably spot on. I'm going to say 32.
31.
Alan. Oh, wait, 33 was you? Yeah, Dave's the closest. 34.
Yeah, finally I got in there.
James Corden, former late night host.
No, that
Is he
guy.
not
I
anymore?
have no clue. He came out of nowhere to me. Was I late on him because
No,
he
he's
just
out of
arrived
nowhere.
and he was in a car?
If you've never seen James Corden's Carpool Karaoke with Paul McCartney, it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. James Corden is awesome. I also heard he's kind of an anus. Is that correct? Yeah. He's no. He's 44.
He just arrived. Was he born? Where was he born? Did he just spawn?
Yes.
46.
48.
We have a correct answer.
Yeah.
It goes to Alan Stiles.
He spawned today.
Yeah.
The Hit Doctor.
Dr. Hit.
One more. Bill Parcells.
He is. I told you he grew up with my dad. He is 80. Oh, he's either 82 or 80. Damn it.
81.
86.
He is 83.
Oh, damn you, Bill Parcells.
You were really wrong.
I was really wrong.
You were right twice.
All right. So for all these folks, thank you. The Hit Doctor is coming up next. 10 to 2. Solo Hit Doctor. He will solve your problems. Coming up right after this.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award? Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better